got to say, PJ, you might want to worry. Sean's might, Sergio might say a show for being a show.
Sorry?
You might want to take that away. Sergio might say you're short for being a short.
Oh, right, yeah. I know. Oh, yeah, of course. Do you think I should take it away?
No.
Okay.
Goeiemôre, goeiemiddag, goeie aand, waar ook al jy is in hierdie platte land van ons. How are you guys all doing?
Yeah.
Good evening.
Oh, wrong button.
Yeah, good, man. Good, absolutely fantastic. I don't know what you said, but I'm sure it was something nice.
Good morning, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everybody on this great, wonderful flatland. How are you all doing?
Yeah, well, that's pleasant and amicable, so that's nice. Definitely nice.
Die man is mal, yeah. How are you guys doing today?
Fantastic.
So I just want to find out, did Nathan end up having a show today?
No.
Because, I mean, I was there with Paul and Michael talking, and I actually fell asleep. I was so tired, I fell asleep. I was like, oh. And then later I was like, oh. And then like, okay, I still see no show. Almost thought I missed it.
I think he's, Paul's the best man to explain, like, but I think he's overclocked it somehow or something, I don't know.
Yeah, he overtaxed his RAM, so he had to reset the speeds he's running at different times. And he's been testing it all afternoon, so he wants to get it right. So it should be all right tomorrow.
Awesome. Yeah, looking forward to that. Because I said the day I can finally go on FVD, there's no show. So yeah, guys, just gonna say hi to everybody in chat. It's good to see you guys. Jonas Becker, Eleanor Strand, Moxie, GOB, Charlie Welsh, Larry Niven, Michael Khan, obviously. Good to see you guys. Who else am I seeing there? Cosmic Guru, hello. Glenn Solsh, good to see you, mate. PJ Cruikshank, always good to have you in. Sean Hawkins.
Yo.
And we just have to say, it's amazing we actually agreed with Sean Hawkins on something.
I know.
Rogan believes whatever you pay him to believe.
Fair play, Sean. Fair play.
But problem is, he's a baller.
Yeah, well, that's true. True.
So he has to believe it. He's paid for it. That's what I'm saying.
So exactly. So he's paid to believe in a ball. So unlucky Sean. Silly comment as usual.
Hey, Richard G. Good to see you. See Lightning. Thank you for coming, mate. Who else did I see there? Yeah. Detectives. I can never pronounce the guy's name.
Yeah, I don't know that one. I just say Dete.
But it's good to have you in, mate. Gary Wabenga, thank you for coming. Richard G, in case I didn't say, and in Rem, good to see you too. And Jeff Cassidy and TB. Well, I'm glad to have you all in, guys. Yeah, Joe Rogan's on tonight.
Nice.
I mean, how can we not have that baldy guy in here?
Can I just say, don't forget to Rogan's it up, people.
Yeah, that had to come, didn't it?
Yeah. And I don't even miss Mojo Shop. Hi, Mojo. Yeah, guys, please hit that Rogan's up. Let's get this stream out far and wide to as much people as possible, so we can piss off the people who think I'm shilling.
That's it.
Because they're just jealous. Okay, so let's go.
You couldn't resist, could you?
No, but I think I'm going to say one more thing. Sergio, this is a warning to you. Go and dox me again, and you'll see what happens.
Fair enough.
Yeah. Okay, let's enjoy the evening now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Alan, no pooper yet. No pooper. I'm sure he'll turn up at some point. with these wise words and extensive knowledge of Google.
Yep. Okay. Joe Rogan on a flat earth theory. Let's listen to what he has to say, guys.
How old is this?
Rogan.
Is it? No, I know. No, I don't mean how old's Rogan. I mean, how old is this video? Is it new?
I don't know. I don't know. I just was looking for something and I found Joe Rogan. I actually downloaded 2 videos from Joe Rogan to see what we can see.
I'm gonna say it looks rough, like, so I'm assuming he's about 60 odd or something.
Hey, television, good to see you. Yeah, this video is on someone else's channel though, so I don't know how recent it is. But I know on his channel it was only came out like 6 days ago. Oh yeah, we got a poll. The poll is Joe Rogan knows it's flat. Yes, 53%. No, he just is just too stupid, 17%. And he knows, he just ignores it, 31%. We can probably say Sean Hawkins voted on 31% one. Okay, let's carry on.
Oh, 31% to it as well.
Yeah, let's do this.
One of the reasons why people want to stop even like obvious silly stuff on the internet. You know, like there's people that advocate to stopping people that.
Hey, Squad, good to see you. Yeah, the insults are funny. I mean, if you guys can insult us, why can't we insult back?
Well,
Fair is fair.
that's right.
What? Squad.
But you understand what I'm saying?
I don't need to say any more than that, do I? Like,
But I mean, you understand. Go to all of my videos on my whole channel. All we get is insults.
Yeah.
And yet they play victim when I insulted a obvious paid Loba. I mean, how can I put it that way?
I only got heavy into flat Earth debate type stuff because of trolls calling me names when I was just commenting on people's videos, like, "Oh, that's sound, that's cool," you know, and I get trolled. You moron! You think Earth's flat, you know? So, yeah, I think I have a right to call ballers morons.
Well, yeah.
Well, if you guys are allowed to call us morons, we're allowed to call you morons. As easy as that. If you can't dish it out, if you can't receive it, then don't dish out. As easy as that.
No insults about what you look like, though. Insults about what you think.
Really, I've been insulted with how I look, guys.
Yeah, exactly. I remember somebody saying that your avatar, you're the one, the cartoony one, it really pisses them off seeing it with your stupid face like that. Do you remember that?
Yep.
You know what I mean? And that's just it's just stupid. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Squirt says moron is different to you look old and ugly. Well, they're both insults, like, Squirt. Are you old and ugly? Is that what's the matter with you?
Yeah, I don't know. Is his name Joe Rogan? Hey, Godzilla37, welcome. Thank you for coming. Plato knows he'll lose viewers if he says the Earth is flat.
Yeah.
That's true. That's a true thing. That's why a lot of the people will not obfuscate back to the flat Earth. If they say it's flat, they will lose a lot. And yeah, to stay in the game, you obviously have to play on the consensus side. Hey, Thomas Larson, good to see you, mate. Thank you for coming. Alan says, but I am old and ugly. No, mate, you're not. Look at those beautiful BMs you build, Bo.
Yeah, thanks for that, Squat. I don't remember it, but if you did, thank you very much.
Yeah, I mean, I remember someone calling you Frankenstein before. Remember, PJ?
What a nice one.
Yeah.
That's good, because it's maybe the bolts in my neck. That's maybe why they call me Frankenstein.
I'm gutted. I didn't think of it.
I shine them up every 2 weeks. I should shine them up every week, but every 2 weeks, you know.
Oh, wow.
A bit of brass, and they're all the way.
Listen, if you can't take a bit of name calling, there's something wrong with you. Like.
Yeah.
That's it. But listen, it doesn't matter. I know I'm beautiful.
That's what your mum told you.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Hey, Carl Alper, good to see you, mate. 21 Truth is now good to see you. Thank you. We can't see them in chat now because I got the video up. If we put them up like this, then you'll see them again. There we go. But everybody wants to see the video, so that's why I got the video up. Are we ready?
Absolutely.
Let's try this again.
Somebody wants to know why they can't see us on voice chat.
Yeah, I already just answered him.
Oh, so I weren't listening then. Sorry, I weren't paying attention.
Yeah, he might lose. he might lose his underground bunker.
Aye.
Believe in the Earth being flat. Like, well, come on. Like, at what point in time do you just let people believe stuff? At what point in time do you advocate to, like, for the most gullible folks amongst us who have the worst confirmation bias to, like, protect them from information?
Well, you know, I have, not to bring it back to me, but my podcast, the guy who edits it is a flat earther.
Ooh.
Who's this guy?
What's that guy who's on X Factor? What's his name?
Cowell.
No, not Cowell. I'm trying to think again. Mandel. Howie Mandel.
Oh, really?
This is Howie Mandel. Yeah, it looks like Howie Mandel.
Never seen him before in my life.
So he-
Alan said PJ Frankinator on his scootinator. Frankinator on the scootinator. That's cool.
Hey Johnny man, good to see you, mate. Thank you for coming. Yeah, so and Ein Fe, hello, good to see you. And Derek Nelson, also good to see you, mate. So yay. I don't know that. Howie Mandel's editor is a flat earther. That's quite interesting.
It is. It is.
Smart,
And I haven't been able to convince him.
Well, there's some really convincing documentaries online if you don't know astrophysics and you don't have access to scientists that can debunk each and every claim every step of the way.
What do you guys have to say about that statement?
Well,
He's talking out of ignorance.
Definitely.
astrophysicists.
And scientists that debunk you every while of the way. Can you please bring us the scientists? Because I have yet to see the scientists debunk anything. Maybe he's talking about the pseudoscientists that have beliefs without actual any science. And when you ask them actual things like, can gas pressure exist without containment, they can't demonstrate it for you. So I don't know where he's getting this.
It almost sounds like he's appealing to authority.
He is appealing to authority, exactly. It's exactly that. And astrophysicists are not scientists. We can more or less just call them correlation praisists because they believe in correlation-based observations and call it science. It's just pseudoscience. There's no science in astrophotography. Hey, Lumpy Gas in a Vacuum. Good to see you, mate. Thank you for coming. Yeah, exactly. When will we ever get scientists to actually come and defend this nonsense? Because all we ever get is, oh, science says so. Scientists. Hey,
Look at
Rachie.
Spud's comment.
Rachie, good to see you. Look
at Spud's
like
comment.
the Robotnik. Yes, when you appeal to expertise, that's called appealing to authority, Scott. That's the definition of authority. That's what it means. Oh, wow.
Nice.
Hey, Blue Ball Devolution, good to see you, mate. Thank you for coming. But yeah, Joe Rogan and everybody else that says scientists. Where are these scientists? Where are they? Why aren't they coming to debate flat Earth? Oh, I get it, because they say there's nothing to debate. That's called cowardice. If they had something to be able to debunk us, they would come and actually debate it. Yet they don't. Tells you something. That's usually...
Of course they do that.
Yeah, it's called playground tactics. Play big, have a large bark but no bite. I can debunk you very easily, but I'm not going to actually show you I can do it. Why? Because science is on my side. Yeah. So yeah, let's carry on.
All these different things. The amount of people that would have to be in on this scam, you would literally need every person who's ever worked on every satellite, every space dish, or every telescope, space telescope, all the people that worked on the Hubble, all the people that worked on all the space travel, everything that's ever been done, every satellite image, everything that we know.
He's just repeating himself. Hey, Titan Long. Yeah, I got one word for this.
Departmentalization.
Exactly. That's all it is.
Bet you to it.
That's it. I mean, these people doing these jobs, most of them don't know. They believe it. They believe what they're doing. They're being duped as well, you know?
I mean, if you believe you built the bolts or whatever for the solar panel on a satellite or whatever, you're going to believe it went to space, because why would they pay you to do it if it's not really going to space?
Exactly.
It's all just compartmentalization. It's nothing more. I mean, look, that's what they did with the moon landings. My uncle painted that chair. My uncle's company supplied the bolts for that panel. Yeah.
I've just had a message off Sergio. He says, "Do you want to settle it now live?"
You don't want to do that, mate. And I'm not going to do it now.
I'm only passing message on like that.
You know what?
I personally don't agree with doing this sort of thing live, but
you know what? We're busy enjoying ourselves now with Joe Rogan. He can, how about redact what he did, remove that idiotic piece that he did by doxing me, and then we can talk. Next time you show me and my family's photos and say my name and surname out loud, just know I can get the authorities on you, Sergio. But that's all I'm going to say. Okay, let's enjoy ourselves without that nonsense guy. Okay, Joe Rogan. Yeah, it's just compartmentalization.
Know about the galaxy, everything we know about how we can detect planets by the gravity wobble that they induce in the stars when they go around them. We know so much about,
and so many people know so much that how did you not get that?
And there's so many people involved, and they all universally agree. Everyone involved universally agrees that all planets are round.
What's a planet? What's a planet, actually, guys?
It's something they think's up in space, which is also not possible. It's a violation. Really, I would say they're just lights in the sky. That's what they are. Or what the Bible says, or Enoch says, they're wandering stars, which is angels, naughty ones, naughty angels.
The thing is, the definition, I think, of they don't even know how to really have a definition for planets. That's why Pluto can't be described as a planet anymore either.
Yeah, like what is it now? A big an orbiting asteroid or something.
Can I answer Larry Niven?
Yeah, go ahead.
It says departmentalization. From your point of view, you surely have another impression, but people are not stupid. So when 2 or 3 guys create parts for a satellite and then it leaves them and then goes in a rocket and goes into space, how do they know that it's gone into space?
Exactly. But what is space?
You know what I mean? Once it's left wherever they're working on it, they don't know anymore.
No, Haltic, we know what a planet is based on your model, but we're saying, how do you know what it is? That's what we're saying. There's no science for your belief system. That's the whole point. You say it's a planet, you say it's in space, but you have no science for it. Please check live chat pic. Wait, Discord, I guess.
Yeah, he keeps saying he's in Discord or something like that.
Where in Discord? Oh, live chat. Oh, he's in Discord. Hey, Discord. Good to see you, mate. Can you hear me? Discord? Hello? Oh, wait.
Is it
not you say it's in space, but you have no science.
Hey, Discord. What's up?
I see you there.
Yeah. Yeah, because we're really not on.
But where is everybody? I only see you now.
We're in Element. I can send you the link in Element if you want to. It'd be great to have you over there.
All right. Yeah.
Awesome. I'll quickly send it to you.
Hey, Discord. Good to see you, mate.
Yeah, you too.
Okay, let me quickly get the
Can
link.
you hear me?
I hear you, yeah.
Where did you get it last time?
You say it's in space, which is
Lumpy, it's up to you whether you time out or not. It's up to you. If you decide,
I see you there.
discernment, man. If you want to time out,
I'm just wondering where everybody is. You must be on another time.
Yeah. Okay, he's giving a bit of what's him? Where did we get the link again for the channel yesterday? PJ, Michael.
Right.
I couldn't get it.
on Flat Earth Debate, that little arrow down.
Yeah.
And it says invite.
Yeah.
Click on invite.
Yeah.
And then see where it says share this room in blue.
Share this room. Okay.
Click on that, and then you need to copy address in.
There we go.
Address bar.
Yeah, I'm just gonna click that.
No, don't just click that. You have to copy your address bar.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, and the address bar's
all
in.
right.
Oh, I did. Okay, I didn't copy it. Invite. Share this. Again, copy. There we go, guys. There's the link. Let me give it to him in Discord quickly. There we go. There is the link, mate. Okay. I'm going to drop out here because I don't want any distortions. Okay. Where were we? Yeah, guys, if you want to come and join, I'm putting the message in. You guys can just click on that link and come in. You know, the people are playing victim on last night saying I was creating hoops for them, jumping through hoops to come and chat just because it took like a half an hour to figure out the link wasn't working. It's like, wow, okay.
They'll join Discord. Why can't they join Element?
I don't know.
What's
really
different?
An Element's a lot easier to use, and it works. And it works.
So yeah, guys, if you want to come and chat, please do come. Okay. So hopefully he'll come in. Let's see.
And there's a specific
I made a short
reason.
link and I posted it in the Element chat, so you can post that. That might work better.
Okay. They say that link won't work. You see, that's not saying that link. Okay, let me check in Element chat then. Okay, yeah, so that one works better. Copy.
That's YouTube. Sometimes they try and mask it, and that messes up links. So it does it in your description sometimes as well, doesn't it? It's
Yeah.
YouTube.
Okay, now I'm just gonna have to resend it to Discord again. Proper link. Okay, so Discord, if you're hearing this, there's the proper link. Please do go and click it in. Then you can go in. Yeah. Richard G, I'm sick of all this conceptual BS. Yeah. Peanut, can't hear, only barely. Haven't changed anything. Everywhere else is the sound is fine, so I don't know what your problem is, Peanut. Maybe put some earphones on or clean your ears out. How's that? I even put the gain up more than last night, so it should be a bit louder as well. Okay. Yeah, he could be lying. Okay, let's do it. Duper. Nothing conceptual about gravity. All it is conceptual. Wow.
No way.
Mm-hmm.
For that, and the size of them it has to do with how much gravity they carry, and the Jupiter protects us from asteroids because it's so big and we can watch them hit Jupiter. Like the idea that all that's fake, it seems so wild.
Has he ever seen the asteroids and things hit Jupiter before? Or is he just going on what was said to him happens? Remember when I think it was Mr. Sensible that brought a video out a few months ago, we're saying, oh, see, you can see it. And then when we went to see, there was no actual amateur footage of it. Really weird stuff.
Dick.
Yeah, Michio Kaku actually throws your guys' globe in the rubbish bin. Let's put it that way. How much order of magnitude is the math out? It's crazy amount.
But he has lovely hair.
Peanut, as soon as you're not, I'm always in front of the mic. I'm sitting the same time, the same way all the time. Peanut. Maybe put earphones on or put your sound up or maybe clean your ears out. Everybody else says it sounds fine. So, yeah.
That people buy into that.
More importantly, why? I always ask them.
Fun.
It's fun?
Yeah. It's fun. It's fun to think you know things that other people don't know. It's fun to think that everybody else is a sheep and that you understand the firmament. And there's this big glass cover over the stars are just lights in the sky and the earth is the center of everything and God's in control of the whole ride.
Well, then.
Ain't that the truth?
But one thing I don't agree, you're saying it's just fun to believe that. That's not what anybody believes. You think it's fun to get ridiculed as a flat earther? Does he think that? It's fun to go up every day. Yeah, exactly, Jeff K said. SM58 is a close one. It's by my mouth. I'm practically licking the tongue.
Go and have a look at Flat Zoid's comment section and see how fun it is to be a flat earther.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
It's crazy. And I mean, this little
I
fake
remember how
laugh of his.
Do you remember how emotional I got with that Scarlet situation?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? That's when I was first starting to come on the panel. I've had to learn to like calm it down though. But that got me emotional, and it wasn't nice. It wasn't nice.
What about what you told me the other day, PJ? Do you mind if I bring it up?
Yeah, carry on.
PJ says to me, I went in Fat Zoe's comments the other day, and they're talking about me. And I says, yeah, they do like they talk about me, you, and Flat Zoe. You know, it's what they do. But like PJ were quite offended by it and upset, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, don't worry about it. Like, don't go and look for a start. But you know, that's what they do. You know.
Yeah. I didn't mean to go on. It was like an off chance thing, because I've stayed out for a long time. You know, I used to be in the chat all the time, didn't I? In the comments all the time, didn't I, Flats?
Yeah.
But
exactly.
I just stayed out. Because everybody just attacks you. I mean, you have to end up fighting. It's like 1 against 100. You know what I mean? And then maybe you get somebody defending you, but the majority is always on them, and it's always attacking.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it's not fun. It's not fun at all. But yeah, no, Michael, I didn't mind you sharing that at all, man.
The bullies like end it there.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, hi, Restoring Reality. Thank you for coming. Yeah, because I mean, this is the tactic. Actually, the main tactic of the globe defense at the moment. Get people off of flat Earth by showing they get ridiculed like crazy, and then you don't want to get ridiculed because this is a society we live in today is based on peer pressure and acceptance. So a lot of people are frankly just too scared to become flat earthers, not because of the evidence, but because they're ridiculed.
Yeah, do you know that ridicule though? That fuels my fire. The more they ridicule me, the more I'll be around.
Yeah, exactly. But like I was saying, a lot of people are just too scared to become named flat earthers because they're ridiculed so much. Because you brought up in a society where peer pressure is everything. You want to be accepted. If you're not accepted, then they feel like they've got no worth. So it's an idiotic lie from the globe and they're playing it. It's like a bully tactic. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's all it is.
Like, you know, if you had somebody who were like on fence and they come into your chat and asked you a question, all globers would jump on them, do you know what I mean? To make them so they go away, and that's what they try and do. You know,
exactly.
If flat Earth ain't real and it's so stupid, why all effort?
You know? I know.
They're that thick, right? They don't realise that by trolling, by carrying off in comments and all that, right? They're proving that the globe ain't real.
Exactly.
And they're too stupid to realise.
Yeah, exactly.
Hey, Dart, good to see you. Yeah. I mean, all the flat Earth channels are just getting influx of trolls, globe trolls everywhere. That tells you what's going on.
Yeah. And like Michael said, there's no money in this. There's no money in flat Earth. So why the effort? Do you know what I mean? So
yeah, I hear Jerry Springer died today, guys.
Yeah, I was just about to say that.
Yeah,
I didn't know.
Condolence, Jerry.
Absolutely.
I remember seeing that show when I was younger.
Yeah, it's mental.
It was
mental.
crazy.
You have died, aren't that Dame Edna? She died, or should I say? And that other guy and all, Paul.
Paul O'Grady.
Yeah. He died as well.
Lily Savage.
Lily Savage and
it's Paul O'Grady. Yeah. All right, man. That was a few weeks ago, wasn't it? So yeah, it's mad, isn't it? It seems to come in little clusters, you know.
Yeah.
This guy, he's a good editor, and apparently he's having fun.
Well, it's interesting because the mystery itself of the universe is so fucking vast. It's so amazing and so fascinating to think that we really have no idea how big this thing is.
Yeah.
No, you don't.
Yeah, correct. No one knows. Congratulations. So then why do they expect us to know where the firmament is?
Yep. Yep.
Because remember, we all claim the stars and the wandering stars and everything is inside the firmament.
Mm.
So our firmament can reach as far as their so-called universe can. Remember?
Yeah, well, you know, the firmament shows the handiwork of God.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and most of mankind is awed by it. You know what I mean? They're looking at it with telescopes, and the making things up about it. You know, like it's this, it's that. You know, that's God's handiwork.
Exactly.
Right.
Hey, Darla,
Right.
good to see you. Renee and me, good to see you, mate. Yeah, it's crazy. But I mean, always, where is your firmament? Why can't we see it? Because it's in everything you see of you call the universe is inside.
Every time you look up and you see them lights in the sky, and that's the firmament.
Mm-hmm. They just can't accept
It's
that.
all to see, like, yeah.
Do Papoons, the Big Bang has already been debunked. I don't need to do it. It's called the first law of thermodynamics. There we go. Next.
Yeah, it's now called the Big Debunked.
Mm-hmm.
And we can look back to like 13 plus billion years, but now they're able to look back further and they're finding stuff that kind of does. Maybe this is older than we thought it was. Maybe this is bigger than we thought it was.
Also, begging the questions you can see back in time. Utter rubbish.
Yeah.
Utter rubbish. Hey, Moomin Rider, good to see you, mate. Thank you for coming.
That's absolutely ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous.
Because they have their, how can I put it? Their speed of light that they say is two-way. It's never been proven it's a two-way speed of light, by the way. They say, therefore, we see back in time because it takes so long for light to get to us.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's stupid.
It's debunking it with his own words, though, because he's saying we don't know how big it is, we don't know what it is. Do you know what I mean? But I thought Big Bang were like set in stone, like that's what it is.
Yeah. So he's ignoring the CMB then.
Yeah. Tom, I was going to say Thomas. What was it going? Thomas Lauren said 7 wandering stars, 7 continents, 7 seas, 7 days in a week, 7 wonders, 7 colors in a rainbow, 7 notes in musical scales, 7 chakras, 7 sins, 7 layers of the atmosphere.
Wow.
Yeah, I don't know about layers of the atmosphere and that, but 7. Yeah, 7 is a good number of completion or perfection, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Glenn. They say telescopes can see the past. Just like according to their model, if it's a clear enough day, you should be able to see your own arsehole around the globe.
Oh goodness!
Like a telescope that curves all the way around you and back up to your ass. Like.
Exactly. It's crazy, and they don't see how stupid this is. I mean, really.
Wow. There's so many calculations involved and so many people have to go over this. The idea that they're all in on this and this is just, we're in a fishbowl.
Again, it's called compartmentalization. And if you believe what you're seeing is what you are seeing because of an equation, doesn't mean you're deceptive. It just means you believe what you are seeing, what you're taught to believe. Yeah. I don't know how else to explain it. And then he wants to try and make fun of it, say fishbowl.
They can make any equation or calculation to describe what they think they're seeing.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what I mean? It's them chalking numbers on a board in reality, is it?
Nope. I mean, like explaining to them, if I got my green cup in my hand, mathematically I can make it 2 cups, but it doesn't mean it's 2 cups in reality. And yet all they do is base their so-called reality on math. That's all it is. Math can lie. It's just a language. Just like every other language can lie.
It's kind of funny. But hey, man, believe whatever the fuck you want to believe. But also, the people, it's funny that there's a lot of people that are really good at a thing and then they believe in the flat Earth. Now, imagine someone
Just
who
stop it a minute. Like, is laughing and saying believe in what the F you want to believe, but yet he's believing in what the F he wants to believe, you know?
Yeah, and then he's making fun of everybody else that doesn't have the same belief as him. So he's a bigot, in other words.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Hey, Troy, good to see you, mate.
That's Elijah.
Yeah.
who went to school for what you go to school for, you know, whether it's audio engineering or coding, and then someone who has no experience in whatsoever, just watched a bunch of wacky YouTube videos, thinks that all coding is fake and that it's all.
That's rubbish. Who says coding is fake? That's already misrepresenting flat earthers, guys. So, no, nobody ever says coding is not fake. That's a lie, actual lie.
If there were no coding, we wouldn't be watching
Exactly.
this idiot.
Yeah, I mean, everything we're running now is based on coding. What an idiotic statement to make.
Horseshit, and we're all already in the Matrix, and it's all the new world.
Oh, and yeah, no one says the Matrix for flat Earth. People do believe simulation theory, but that doesn't make it flat Earth. You get related flat earthers who believe they're in the Matrix, but that doesn't mean that all flat Earth is based on the simulation theory. Actually, it's against flat Earth if you believe in the simulation theory. Hey, Sovereign Soul, thank you for coming, mate. Good to see you. Because if we say we're in simulation theory, then we're saying by default, God is a program. He's not real. And I mean, I know us on the panel, we are Christians, and we say God created everything. So if we're saying simulation theory, then God doesn't exist. He's just a program.
That's right.
So then you can't even fight for creation then, if it's simulation theory.
No.
Yeah. Crazy.
Order programming us through fucking avocados or whatever it is.
What? Ignoring us through avocados. I've got to hear that again.
Coding is fake, and that it's all horseshit, and we're all already in the Matrix, and it's all the new world order programming us through fucking avocados.
Programming us through avocados. Did he literally just say that? Did he just say that?
Yeah, he did. What does that mean?
He's saying we're all programmed through avocados. That's what we believe.
What?
Hey, MC Scorpio, good to see you, mate. Thank you for coming in. Glad you could make it.
Doesn't make sense.
No, he's trying to make fun of flat earthers. Right. He's trying to say, because you're a conspiracy theorist, you believe in the New World Order, so you're saying avocados are controlling the masses kind of thing. Idiotic.
Right. Yeah.
They're trying to make us sound as stupid as possible, in other words. That's their whole spiel. Hey, Brian S., good to see you, mate. Thank you for coming, Stavely. Man, this guy... But I guess that's why Rogan won't ever actually go and debate actual flat earthers. Because he doesn't have anything. Because him in himself is actually a flat earther. He's just, like we said, probably paid to make it a globe. You know what I mean?
Aye.
Because he's what they call an influencer. So they need him on that side. Imagine what would happen tomorrow if he decided sorry guys, I can't do this anymore, it's flat. You know how much people will be influenced by him.
Exactly.
And then he'll lose his membership on Bohemian Grove. Yeah, guys, please hit that like button. It's always good to see you guys here. Thank you if you do enjoy it. Please just hit that like button. Share the show. Let's get it out to a wider audience.
Whatever it is, you'd be like, God damn it, I went to school for this. Like people that we all count on to disseminate information to us worked so hard to study through telescopes and satellite telescopes and the Hubble and the James Webb, and they're throwing things into space that have massive fucking lenses on them so we can see deep into the cosmos.
And then you can't even see them from Earth. Has anybody seen these so-called satellites from Earth?
I see satelloons.
Yeah, we see satelloons, but do we see satellites? Hey, Disclord, good to see you in, mate. I thought I heard a zoop.
Yeah. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you. How's it going?
Yeah, man.
Doing good, doing good. It took forever to figure out this stuff, man. I didn't know what I was getting into.
But you'll see it's much
Once
better
you're
at
in,
this
it's easy
point.
enough.
Yeah.
Yeah. Once you're in, it's
Yes,
easy
there's an
enough.
echo in the background. Do you hear an echo in the background when I talk? Do you hear yourself?
I heard a slight echo, but not bad.
Yeah, not too bad.
All right, cool.
Just try and stay on mute when you're not talking.
So
Yeah.
do you have anything to say?
Not yet. No. I'm just here. Just here.
But it's good to have you, mate. Thanks for coming.
Glad to be here.
Yeah. Let's do this, guys.
And to say that that's all fake and that everybody's involved in it is kind of hilarious.
Well, my
But
editor knows.
Maybe he hasn't heard like the Hubble is just Sophia on a plane. There was never an actual Hubble telescope in space. Maybe you should get with the times.
Yeah, I guess you haven't listened to Robert Bassano.
No, probably not. Robert Bassano is ace.
A lot of people.
Yeah, and he knows, and that's what I love about him. I find it actually fascinating.
Imagine, what if he's right? That'd be funny.
And we're all wrong.
It'd be funny if it really was this massive conspiracy. If we go there's some fucking ancient scrolls that explain the whole thing, and that's really what's going on. And
You see, the thing is, they can't have a flat Earth coming out as truth, because how else are they going to do Agenda 30? Alien, you have alien. Ooh, I hear someone in the background. Hello?
It's mattress. You know.
Okay, hi Metros, good to see you, mate. But yeah, I mean, how else are they going to have the alien invasion coming to be if the flat Earth is there? Because then aliens are disproven, and the problem is the aliens are actually just demons, which have always been here. So they need a story cover to introduce the demons to everybody. Like, no, they're friendly. They're just here to help us.
But what if we did have these ancient scrolls that told truth?
And then,
what if we did have a 2,000-year-old book that told truth?
Yeah, and that's the one that they usually are trying to do everything in their power to discredit.
Yeah.
Really odd stuff, eh?
Mm-hmm.
Usually, that's where you smell smoke, you follow it till you get to the fire.
That's right. The one usually comes with the other.
Mm-hmm. Just follow the smoke.
Yeah.
these scientists are all in cahoots. I always from the beginning.
What scientist? I still know what scientist he's talking about. I mean, have you guys seen these scientists that he's keep on referring to?
I don't know who he's talking about either. I mean, maybe he should state who he's talking about.
Yeah, that would help.
Mm-hmm.
Beginning from Galileo. As soon as Galileo piped up, they go, "Shut the fuck up."
I love that you have a theory for everything, Joe.
Yeah,
you do. You're like a theorist.
Not really. They're very half-baked, and most of them aren't thought out that well. They're just fun.
Well, you spend time thinking alone in the yeah. I don't. I'm fascinated by you. You're so different than me, but I love listening to you.
Yeah, people definitely different than Howie Mandel. Check how he's dressed. I mean, NASA all the way.
Ridiculous jacket.
Have you guys heard of Nikola Tesla?
Oh, of course.
Right, so it's a stupid question. Is that it's just the way that this guy complimented Rogan on saying, "Oh, you're such a thinker," and I think Tesla said that there's some people who can think. Some can think deeply and others can think clearly, and there's a big difference between both of them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's actually got underpinnings of Tesla, exactly.
Mm.
Hey, Renee Barney's good to see you, mate. Thank you for coming. Yeah, that's actually true. And the funny thing is, Nikola Tesla was kind of hated by half of people and loved by the other half. I was thinking there was a lot of truth in what Nikola Tesla brought, but I also think there were things that he brought that weren't really truths, as I could say.
Thomas Edison
yeah, almost like
Sorry,
trying.
as I said.
Yeah.
Sorry, carry on. Sorry.
Like I was saying, so some of it that he did bring information to me, I sort of see it as disinformation kind of thing, trying to lead people away from things. But half the information he did bring is actual true information.
It's another one of them though, isn't it? Like it's another dead guy that people are using, you know.
Yeah.
Aye, that's it. Yeah, I was just going to say he had kind of tiffs with Thomas Edison. They didn't get on, did they? And there was a thing between them.
Well, I think Mandel would be a fun guy to hang around with, to be honest. I would love to have Nick Volt on again to come and chat, because Nick Volt is one of the guys that I can actually have an actual, how can I put it, intelligent conversation with at least.
Yeah, absolutely.
I love watching you, and I'm very proud of you. I'm very proud that I don't know you that well.
I'm proud of you that I don't know you very well.
That doesn't make sense at all, does it? That's ridiculous.
That's almost like an insult, by the way. It's like, I'm proud of you, but I'm proud that I don't know you very well. So it's like, I don't really want to know you, but I'm proud that I don't know you.
You're all right, but I'm glad I don't have out to do here, like.
Yeah, so that's kind of an insult.
Yeah, I'll talk to you, but you ain't coming round for tea.
5 people in chat. Please hit those like buttons. It's good to have you all here.
That's good, man.
I did download another video from Joe Rogan that we can go through as well. This one is finished, I guess. Let me see if I can get that out quickly.
It's almost like your problem with sound has caused you to get more viewers, like.
Well, the problem is when I did have those bad streams, I lost quite a few subscribers. And now that my sound's good again, it's shot up, so that's a good thing.
Yeah, you're on 3,000 plus 0.1, so about 3,010, is it?
20. I'm going to 30, I think now.
All right, okay, that's good.
There, yeah.
That's good.
30.
30. Yeah, Craig, that's how I say 30.
Yeah.
30.
I say 30.
30.
30. Yeah, we don't pronounce. We don't pronounce the T. We don't pronounce the T's. 30.
Yeah, 30.
30.
It's just what.
I
don't want to see his stupid intro. Okay. Yeah, 72 in chat. It's good to see you all, guys. If you haven't already, just hit that like button. So 83 votes, guys. Joe Rogan knows it's flat. Yes, 100%, 45% say yes. No, he is just stupid, 20%. And he knows he's just ignoring it, 35%. Andrew, on my app, it says 3,028.
Yeah,
Remember,
it's I'm the same as Andrew. Yeah, it says the same as me. What Andrew Johnson says, but obviously you're getting better update. Yeah.
The thing is, it has to update every time.
Yeah.
Now it's 2016 again.
Yeah.
But this
why does the chat say I don't have permission to post in the room?
Paul does have settings on. We usually do this because just in case for the trolls. We're just scared they're going to porn bomb us again. Yeah, because can you believe it? We get people that try and porn bomb.
Yeah, it was awful. It was disgusting.
They think that's
I think they might think you're looking for a way better time.
Let's be clear, it weren't just porn bombs.
It was child pornography.
Child,
yeah, that's fucking.
That's even worse.
That's some shit.
Pedophilia chat. It was disgusting. And a picture of guy's knob. Simple as that. Horrid.
That's how much flat earth ain't real that ballers have to come and porn bomb child porn.
Yeah, exactly.
But is there something I need to do, or is it a setting you have on? Or?
Paul can just accept you.
All right.
Yeah. So, yeah, Paul, I trust this Claude, mate. So you can accept him. It's fine. Okay. Let's see. Let's move to the next video. This one's at least a bit longer than the last one.
these areas where you're not allowed to question and explore, that things hit these walls where this is God's will and this is the way it is.
Yeah, because this is an old one, I think. Joe Rogan, Lawrence Krauss, why flat earthers exist. So I think it's going to be interesting to see what they say.
Yeah.
And in my mind, what we say, that is just code word for I don't want to think about it.
Right. It's too confusing. It's too complicated.
Or too terrifying.
Yeah, guys, did you hear they're trying to legalize child sex and pedophilia? Yeah. It's sad.
It's disgusting.
It's disgusting.
It's an abomination to God, man.
Mm-hmm.
You're an abomination to me.
I don't know. And then they come and say we don't have psychopaths running the world. It's crazy. Hey, Nick Volt, good to see you, mate. Thank you for coming. Glad you can make it.
But it's not terribly surprising, though.
Nope, it's not surprising because it is part of the times. It is part of the times, though. The sad thing is you do get a lot of people still supporting it. And it tells you the people supported it are pedos. And a lot of the Muslims are the ones supporting it. Why? Because they teach it to be fine. I mean, their glorious Muhammad was a pedo, so...
Yeah.
No, he wasn't.
Yeah, he was. He married Aisha at 6 years old, consummated the marriage at 9 years old. That's called pedophilia, mate. He was 52 when he did it. That's called pedophilia.
Definitely.
I'll leave you to that conclusion.
Okay. Okay, but anyway, back to the flatter stuff. Hey, Awesomeness Town, Matt. Good to see you, mate. Thank you for coming. Tundo, hello. Good to see you too. Okay, let's go with this video.
Fine.
Too terrifying.
Or people say, and this amazes me. I get people saying, "You will never understand the origin of the universe. You'll never understand what love is. Science will never ever explain love. Science will never ever explain X." Well,
yeah, it's much better. Thank you, Nick. Yeah, I think it's gonna make a huge difference, especially when I go and debate stuff. Then they can actually hear me. People love to talk over me.
It's awesome. Down, Matt. Said your sound's 1,000% better.
Much better. Yeah, it's good to have you all guys here. Like I told Nathan today, the sound was so bad for a while. I almost wanted to shut down the show until I got the mic because it was so bad. I was getting so frustrated every time I thought it's okay, and then it just
mess up again.
It's crazy, but yeah, I think this is much better.
And then I say to them, well, that's incredibly a pompous statement. Because if you say that science will never explain this, you must understand it.
Yep, they want legalized bestiality too because they have people that they say have disorders to it. And it's unfair towards them because how else are they going to outlet their hormones?
Yeah,
it's like, what
that's normal, isn't it? Humping an animal. That's bloody awful.
Yeah, Rachie, this is Lawrence Krauss. It's an old video, I know, but I mean, we're on Joe Rogan, so we might as well just show it there. Yeah, I specifically chose this mic, like I said, because I want to do some music as well, so I'm looking forward to that. Definitely going to enjoy that stuff because it's something fresh as well on the channel. And if I have the opportunity to do some music, why not?
Because how do you know that we'll never explain it? We never know what we won't be able to explain until we try. And maybe there are things about our universe that we'll never understand. But we don't know until we try. You can never say up front that science will never explain this or that because you haven't tried. And in my experience as a scientist, I've been, there could have been brick walls. But I've watched progressively those brick walls crumble as we move around them or we break them. And it is so exhilarating. And that's why it's the greatest story ever told. It's so exhilarating to see them knocked down and things you thought we'd never understand.
Look, I have to agree with him this. If you don't try, you're never going to know. The problem is he's equivocating pseudoscience as science. And that's the problem. You can't call pseudoscience actual science. It just doesn't work. Not saying that we didn't get things that worked through pseudoscience. I mean, obviously, there's things that do happen through pseudoscience that proves, but it doesn't make it science. It just means we figured some things out through pseudoscience. That's all.
Yeah, no cause and effect, no science.
Right. One of the forces of nature, a very prominent physicist in the 1960s.
Yeah, Krauss is a big alien believer, as far as I know.
Wow.
Yeah, he does definitely push aliens, guys, and I think he believes aliens are here, as far as I know.
Yeah, well, he's seeing demons.
Do you want to show definition of pseudoscience? Well, you know, like
Might as well, because they keep asking me what's pseudoscience.
You know, for people who are watching and that, like, I've seen people comment before and they don't actually get definition right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you can have the basic idea as well of what it is in your head, but if you go to try and define it, it might be a bit difficult, you know. So yeah, it's a good idea. Good idea.
A collection of beliefs or practices mistakenly regarded as being based on scientific method. So you see, so if you have a belief or practices and you calling it science, that's what pseudoscience is. Science doesn't care about beliefs, guys, or opinions. It's simply a cause and effect relationship method. That is it.
Yeah.
60s or early 1969 said it will be 100 years before we understand this interaction. Next year, the theory came out.
Wait. Guys, they're saying the video streams. Why didn't anyone tell me? There we go.
Told you ages ago, didn't she?
I didn't know. I just saw it now. I
I
have to bring
thought
it up
you'd
again.
seen it.
No. Pseudoscience definition. Bring it up again. Sorry. Thank you, Rachie. The problem is I don't always see everything in the chat. I'm trying to concentrate what's going on, everything, but I'm trying to concentrate as much as I can in the chat. That's the thing I get. How can I put? People criticize me a lot on this. Oh, you. There's so much in chat, but yeah, I don't see everything in chat.
But you need to stay out of chat. That's not your place. You are streaming and talking.
Yeah, I mean,
That's
I'm
it.
trying.
That's why you have moderators like all these people who keep putting at flat side. They know you're streaming, and they shouldn't be questioning you while you're streaming.
Yeah, but I mean, I'm trying.
That's another stupid troll tactic, like to put you off.
Yeah, I mean, I've got it on screen here, but I'm still trying to concentrate, and I get criticized a lot, like, "Oh, you're just ignoring me," or you're just that kind of thing. It's like, no, that's not what I'm trying to do.
You know, these people who are criticizing you, go to their channel, no content. Yeah, so they don't get to have a say.
Yeah,
they're just trolls, man.
It's weird.
But you stay out of chat.
That's right.
Okay, let's try this again. Pseudoscience. Let them say it for us.
Pseudoscience.
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 A collection. A collection of beliefs.
What is it in Afrikaans?
In pseudoscience, I have no idea.
I bet you it's just the same. Pseudoscience or something.
Yeah.
Yeah. It would. I don't know. I'll have to look it up because I never actually use the word.
Afrikaans don't know what pseudoscience.
I've never need to use the word pseudoscience in Afrikaans ever.
I'll look it for you.
Go for it, dude.
Pseudoscience in Afrikaans. Let's see.
Are you doing it?
Yeah. Pseudowetenskap.
Pseudowetenskap.
Hey, that was almost.
I was right.
Oh, that's
about
German,
the
is it? What? Oh my God, that sounds almost Scandinavian. The way you
almost
pronounce
Dutch. Pseudowetenskap.
Pseudowetenskap.
Yeah, I'm Danish, and we say pseudovidenskab.
Oh yes, it's very very similar. Yeah.
Pseudovidenskap.
Yeah. Dutch is also there's a lot of similar words in Dutch to Danish.
But Afrikaans
like a mix
actually
of all the countries. Yeah.
Yeah, Afrikaans actually broke off from Dutch, so it would have very similarities. Yeah.
A lot of Dutch settlers, weren't they, in Africa? Right?
Oh yeah. But that's weird. I've never needed to use that word in my life before in Afrikaans. So.
Well, I mean, the first part of it was bound to be the same, wasn't it? Pseudo.
Yeah, pseudo, obviously. But I was trying to figure out what is pseudo in Afrikaans. I know wetenskap, but I mean, pseudo was the thing I was trying to figure out. What would we call it in Afrikaans? But yeah, pseudo.
Yeah.
Pseudosuenskap.
Pseudowetenschap.
By the way, is my audio too loud or anything?
No,
I don't know if I have.
You sound
No, you're
100%
cool.
to me, yeah.
Cool.
Okay. You guys ready to go on?
Absolutely.
Okay.
And it's so wonderful to see how the story surmounts the biases and the anticipation of individual scientists. That's the greatest story ever told so far.
Well, what's ridiculous about saying no one will ever figure anything out is that what we've figured out over the last 200 years is monumental, and that human language has only been around for 40,000.
40,000 years. Has human language been around for 40,000 years?
Well, the Earth hasn't been around that long. People haven't been around that long, so no.
So I want to know, how does he get that information? Where is the proof for this?
Because he's been told.
Let's actually look this up, guys. This should be interesting. How old is language? Now remember, guys, this is based on the globe. Because all human groups have language itself, or at least the capacity of it, probably at least 150,000 to 200,000 years. He said, what,
Nice.
40,000 years?
40, yeah, he's a little out.
Oldest language in the world. Sumerian can be considered the first language in the world according to the Mondli. The oldest proof of written Sumerian was found on the Kish tablet in today's Iraq, dating back to approximately 3,500 BC. Where do these times actually coincide with the Bible's times?
Yeah.
But yet they want to claim 150,000 to 200,000 years old. When did humans start speaking? This would be interesting. When and where did human speech evolve? Oh, that beautiful evolve word. Research carried out for the study indicates that the first speech sounds were uttered about 70,000 years ago and not hundreds of thousands of millions of years ago, as it's sometimes claimed in the literature. So they can't even make up their mind, guys.
When first human speech were ooh, ooh, ah, ah, weren't it?
Nice.
So no one burped before 70,000 years before, or sneezed or anything, because that's not sound that came out of the mouth, guys. Or anything.
I bet they farted though. I know he's coming out of them.
Now they said the proto-human language. Oh, they love the proto, guys. Proto-sapiens is the hypothetical. Yeah, but proto-thad, yeah. I mean, the proto-cell is what they base everything off of before their evolution. Hey, Robert Humphrey, good to see you, mate. Thank you for coming in. And M. Stone, hello, good to see you. It's crazy. Everything is just belief, and what we see now. Wow.
What is that?
What is that?
Someone's breaking my ears.
I think it came from Dislord.
Dislord, what you doing, man?
Sounds
I
like
even
you're
got
using.
my mic muted. How am I still talking?
It sounds like a blender.
Seriously, my headset is showing red, man. It means it's muted on the headset. This is wrong.
Sounded like a shaken, not stirred.
I was shaking this juice so hard. What's it called? It's a nectar. Juice. I just had to get it right.
Nice.
It sounded nice.
But I'm muted. My headset is fucked.
It doesn't say you're muted on the panel on the screen.
No, but my headset is on mute.
That's crazy.
It's showing red and everything.
Wow.
So, yeah, now I know it's not working on this channel thing here.
Madness. It does that with a few people though. It does it with Hammer as well, doesn't it?
Yeah, exactly.
So I'll have to use the app.
Hey, Al Psalm, good to see you, mate. Thank you for coming. Okay, let's get to it again.
Absolutely.
If we live another 50,000 years, 100,000 years,
as long as we keep open inquiry, you could imagine moving. I mean, look, we went through a few hundred years of the Middle Ages, where the incredible inquiry-based civil culture of the Greeks was just forgotten. I mean, the Greeks had determined the.
I thought we were supposed to be talking science here. Why are they talking philosophical views on what they think history was? They do know philosophy is not science. Like I was trying to explain. Like I was trying to explain to Leo with that debate. He thinks philosophy.
They
is
hardly
science.
know what science is.
Yeah, I mean, because he studies the philosophy of science, he thinks that means it's science. No, it's the philosophy of science, not philosophy science.
It's madness.
It's insane.
Yeah.
He forgets the word of.
The philosophy is the ponderings of somebody's mind.
It's crazy. Richard G, what? This isn't science?
Circumference of the Earth. Not only that it was round, but what its circumference was by simple measurements that were then not accepted because of dogma.
No, not because of dogma. Because it's bullshit. It wasn't measured. It was calculated based on the belief. If the
And
guy
they also
even existed.
always say round.
Round, yeah.
The Earth is round, but it's not a ball. That's what they always use round, and that's
There's a huge
double
difference.
talk.
There's a difference between a 2-dimensional shape, round, and a 3-dimensional shape, sphere. They don't understand.
And you can't even call it round. They shouldn't even call it round if it's not flat.
Exactly. No. Yeah, a round shape means a 2-dimensional flat-faced surface.
Yeah.
So we have to, if we want to progress, we have to beware of dogma.
How did they figure out the circumference of the Earth?
Oh, it's really neat.
Oh, it's really neat.
It was a guess.
They were spitting out numbers, and one of them sounded better than the others.
Yeah, and blooming guess. They have to manipulate it to make it work.
Yeah.
Is airlines round?
Nice one.
Hey, 99288 Savior. Good to see you, mate.
I think it was Aristarchus. I forget which of the...
Eratosthenes. Six in Shadows. Wells. I think it was Eratosthenes, correct? Oh, Aristarchus.
It was the Greek.
Allegedly.
It's amazing. Well, what he said was, look, so at a certain time of day, a certain time of the year, the sun is directly overhead at 12 noon.
He's talking about Eratosthenes then. So he doesn't even know his own heliocentric priests. Congratulations, Lawrence Krauss. He wants to be this. I mean, these are the same guys that say we should appeal to authority that know better, but he doesn't even know who so-called measured their radius.
It's the altruist ignorance.
Yep, exactly.
Look how many times he scratched his head.
Yeah, it wasn't male pattern balding, it was just scratching his napper.
I'm not going to say anything because I'm going bald. Why do you think I'm wearing a cap constantly?
You went bald because you're wearing a cap.
No, I'm wearing a cap because I'm going bald because of the stress I get from these guys.
That's it.
I hear so much stupid in a day that my hair wants to jump out. Exactly.
I'll lend you some. I'm covered in it.
Yeah, that's the problem with me. I get hair everywhere else, but on my head, it wants to run away. Yeah,
were your dad bald, Fat Zide?
Sorry?
Is your dad bald?
My dad? Yeah, he was. But my brother, he's only 2 years younger than me, and he's not bald at all. And he has bum fluff for a beard. Me, on the other hand, I use a blade once to twice, and I have to throw it away.
Don't they usually say it comes from your mother's father?
I have no idea. How would they even figure that out?
So was he bald? I have no idea. But they do say that. That's the typical thing people say. Oh, but it's your mother's father. Well, if he was bald, then that's where it comes from.
Well, I do remember seeing my granddad before he died when I was still young, and I don't think he was bald. He actually had a lot of hair.
Yeah.
Yeah. My dad, when he died, he had a full head of hair. He was he had a full head of hair. It was like a loose afro. My dad. Yeah. He had really curly hair. That's why my hair is wavy. It's not as curly as my dad's, but it's wavy.
One of my mates were going bald in school.
Well, yeah, it happens. I've seen people going bald at 18, 17, 18, yeah.
Blue Pill, my wife doesn't want me to shave the head. I said, why don't I just go Vin Diesel?
Yeah, man.
She said the racing days are over. That's what I get.
I live my.
Costanza.
Yeah. Do you live your life 10 seconds at a time?
Well, you have to with these kind of people.
Yeah, true.
Because just when you think you've heard something stupid, you get something even more stupid. It's like, I don't think I'm ever going to hear anything dumber. Oh, next week comes. Oh, no, I don't think I'm going to get anything dumber. Oh, a month later. Oh, whoa. It's like, what the hell?
Soon. Okay. And I can tell that by looking down a deep well, and I see the reflection of the sun exactly in that deep well. Okay. So the rays of the sun, which are coming down in the same direction towards the earth everywhere, it comes down in the deep well. But 100 miles away, the well, because the surface of the earth is curved, the well is pointing in.
Okay, there's a lot of problems here. First of all, he didn't specify where this well was. You know, like I was trying to get FTFE to understand. Eratosthenes was the so-called father of geography. He came up with latitude and longitude lines. He was the one that actually came up with it, although there's no evidence he ever existed. And, well, this guy's just saying, well, if you see the light in the well right above, where are you going to be able to see that? You can't see it everywhere because it's based on the location of the sun at a certain time, at a certain location. And now he's saying because it's curved, that's why you see the shadow. No, it's because angles matter. It's simple as that, and it's based on right angle triangles, by the way, guys. The main issue they have is they just throw in the assumption that the light rays are coming in parallel because it's so far away.
But
and then we show them the sun. Sorry?
What is it? I thought it was sticks. And
at wells and sticks, they keep changing it. It keeps changing.
Is it wells or is it sticks? Or it's
that's the problem.
This is why it sounds like a myth,
But that's the problem. From half of the people, they say it's the wells, and half of the people say it's the sun. It's the sticks.
But what's the word for the way the sun's rays actually goes down? It comes down like a pyramid. I don't remember the word for that.
Yeah, because it's divergent from the source. And they say, no, it's so far away, therefore it's parallel. No, look, we got pictures on screen. It's definitely divergent. The sun's rays cannot be parallel. It never has been. It never will be.
You can literally see where they come from.
Mm-hmm. I mean...
they come down like a triangle.
And then they say it's based on perspective. And then you say, perspective is not from the source towards you. The perspective is always from you towards the source. So they're totally misunderstanding how perspective works as well. Also based on this is physical light beams from a point. So it's coming from a actual apparent point diverging outwards towards you. So from you, it's seeming to converge to the point. Because it's converging from you and diverging from the actual point, it means it's actually diverging physically. It's not perspective. It's literally the light is scattering outwards. That's usually how spheres of light work, correct?
Yeah.
They go outwards from the source. So, yeah, it's insane. I mean, you can even have the sun behind a cloud, and you would still see divergent rays of light and shadows.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Insane. Insane in the main brain.
Insane in the brain.
Yeah. Oh, that's a good question, Inram. How are you going to see the sun in the well when your head is in the way? Good question.
A little bit different direction. So the sun's rays come at a slightly different angle. So on this day, I will measure that the sun is directly overhead for me, but I'll get my friend 100 miles away to measure the angle of the sun relative to the well. And that tells you that the earth is curved. And if you do the geometry, you can work out if the 100 miles of the earth's surface causes the sun's rays to suddenly be at that angle, how curved the earth is and what the circumference of the earth is. It's plain.
Hey, Plain Circle, thank you. Black Circle, good to see you, mate. Thank you for coming.
Geometry that in principle any high school student could do.
But when you say 100 miles away,
what's the geometry they do?
You know the problem they've got there, though? Like, there are no mobile phones. Like, you couldn't just ring his mate 100 miles away and say, look down this well, pal.
Yeah, I think it was 500 kilometers away or something. And he just knew on this day, at this time, the well is not going to have any shadow. How did they communicate 500 kilometers away apart from each other to know it actually was that way? They don't. There's not even documentation this was ever done. There's no documentation the guy ever existed doing this. And has anybody even attempted to do this same thing? Because the well still exists, remember? Correct? So why is nobody doing a repeat of this demonstration?
Exactly.
Because I don't see anybody going to this well and doing this.
Have done it, hasn't he?
Going to the well and showing it's happening with the well. No, he's taken 2 sticks at different locations. There, see, I measured the shadows. Therefore, I measured Earth's circumference. No.
So back to that question that I asked: were it wells or sticks? Which one was it?
Exactly. They don't know. They don't know. They keep changing their arguments. Also, the problem is they don't understand the difference between measurement and calculations. And their calculations are based on right-angle triangles, which means a flat baseline.
Sure does.
Yep.
First of all, how they think a sphere is a circle.
And
it's a round circle.
Yeah. Because the azimuth that you would have from the well would be on the same plane towards where he was 500 kilometers away. So that's how you got the angle. So 500 kilometers of no curve. Congratulations, guys.
Communicating with this guy 100 miles away.
They're not immediately, but the guy writes it down, and then he takes a horse, and they come and compare notes later.
And they use a sun.
That's how they did it. Take notes, ride a horse, and compare notes later. Wow.
I bet horse were buggered back in the front of the tree.
That's just madness. That's crazy.
I bet horse were thinking, good job it's a flat plane.
I also want to know how much people in those days knew how to read and write. How hard would it be to find a mate that could do that for you?
I love how they like to make up these stories to like these things ain't even written down in any sort of history, but they have to make up these little stories to make one piece go to another piece, even though they've got no historical evidence for it.
Exactly.
That sounds like projection.
It is. They're just trying to make up stories to make it sound plausible. Hey, Mandos, good to see you. He says no communication needed. You do need communication. Otherwise, you're not going to know it happened. How are you going to verify it without communication?
Who said that?
Mendoz DT or whatever his name is.
Hold on. So no communication. How did other guy know to be looking at well light? That's just silly.
And yeah, I would rather use a camel in the desert. The horse can last not as long as a camel. Although the horses would work beautiful, not too long distance. I wouldn't trust riding a horse 500 kilometers in the desert. That's for sure. Yeah, Raichi, that's the one thing they don't get. It's based on a sundial. Sundials get the same time at different angles, no matter where you are. Because it's got to do with time zones. Because the sun's location is what gives you your time zones, what gives you your angle. Yeah, local noon, but local noon still doesn't mean it has the same location, Mendos. Local noon, you'll need to do it on excuse me. What's that one time of the day in the year where it's perfectly so-called in the middle at the equator? I keep forgetting the name. Yeah. What's the name? Can't believe it. It's only one time of a year. So they watch us clocks back then. Equinox. There we go. The equinox. Sean Hawkins. Sundials don't work right on flat Earth. Wolfie can't prove anything other than he keeps lying to people.
All Wolfie proved is he's thicker than you, Sean.
Yeah. Well, you're on an even par, I think.
Yeah. Hey, Troy, thank you very much for your $2 super chat. Really, really appreciate it, mate. He says, have you heard Rogan's moon denial interview? No, we've still got time. We can actually maybe look it up if you want to, guys.
That'd be cool.
Equinox or solstice? Which one is it? I think it's a solstice, guys.
Is
Not the
it?
equinox.
That's the two you've got in it. Equinox.
I think it's the solstice, Rachie. Yeah. I think it's a solstice.
That's the longest day, isn't it? Solstice?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the longest day is the solstice. I think it's the solstice when it's perfectly aligned. Why are we doing it? Why don't we just look it up?
Yeah, of
That's
course.
why Mrs. Google is here. What is the solstice?
Let's do a duper and Google it.
What's the difference between solstice and equinox? Okay, let's see. Solstices, equinox. Equinox, either of the two moments in a year when the sun is exactly above the equator and the day and night are equal in length. The solstice, either two moments in the year when the sun's apparent path is farthest north from the south of the equator. Okay, no, then it's the equinox. There we go. Yeah, it's equinox then, Rachie. Correct. There, even Sean Hawkins says on the equinox. There we go. So it's equinox. See, guys, proof I don't know everything. I still don't know why they keep saying I know everything better than everybody. I'm some expert. Yet I never claimed that ever. Okay, let's get going, guys.
Well,
yeah,
we completely proved that wrong today, though. So now they can shut up.
Sundial to determine the time.
The sundial to determine the time, and the.
But 100 miles away, would there be a deviation at all in the time? A minute or two?
Well, but so to some accuracy, you get it wrong to some accuracy.
Right.
But they did
get it wrong to some accuracy. What the bloody hell? So he says, wouldn't there be a discrepancy in the sundial moving? He says, yeah, but you'll get it correct in some accuracy. What?
Doesn't know what he's talking about.
Does a sundial have a curved base?
No. Andrew.
Is a sundial convex? No.
Andrew, what does that? I know the difference between what. You don't have to delete it, Lumpy. With the convex, with the equinox and solstice, I just couldn't remember which one it was. And yes, I definitely know your model better than you. You proved it when you came to show your when your horizontal measurements of 4,000 kilometers of a flat baseline. Congratulations. Hey, FE Nation, good to see you. Thank you for coming, mate. Glad you could make it.
Pretty damn well. They came up with the circumference of the Earth was darn close to the circumference of the Earth. And so it's amazing that they use these techniques.
Hey, Monkey Boy Pup, thank you for coming. Says the guy who says we come from stardust. Yeah, remember, the rocks are your cousins. They're your far distant cousins, as Michelle Thaler says.
Sergeant Brick knows all about that.
Uh-huh.
They were just so confused and so curious about it all. They just tried to figure out there's got to be a way to figure this out.
Well, and they didn't, and they weren't forced with the dogma that the Earth is flat.
Right.
Why is he calling the Earth is flat dogma? I mean, we can just say, well, the globe Earth is dogma. How's that going to show anything? Hey, Dr. Ale, good to see you, mate. Thank you for coming. Sean Hawkins, he said I'm working hard for top left. Frankly, I don't care about top left. I do care about, however, reality, and the reality is this is not a globe.
Top left. Everybody says something like that. What is top left? I don't know what it is.
It's a competition they hold every year, the globe, is to say, this guy's...
It's a stupid baltards, right? Who are about 10-year-old.
Mm-hmm.
But it's funny to have a top left award.
Yeah.
It's pathetic.
The fact that they actually have top left shows you they have nothing.
Right.
Hey,
got
Troy, $2. Thank you very much again for a $2 super chat. Really, really appreciate all the support, mate. You are awesome. He says, I put the link in the chat up for convenience. Huh? Thank you for the super chat. I'm not sure what you mean. But yeah, it is the link, guys. If you want to come in, it is there. It's pinned up for you guys if you want to come in and have a conversation. It's always great to have you guys in. Agreed. Sean is very delusional. He has always been. He's always going to be because he's one of those die-hard fans of the globe.
That's it. What you said there about flat Earth, Sean, it's projection. Turn it around. That's what you think. That's for you. The book about the globe. That's really what's happening.
Mm-hmm.
Sean only calls people liars because they don't understand that.
That's what I said.
It's not like really. It's not that much of a troll. It's just stupid.
Well, let's quickly take his statement, guys. I'm going to take his statement quickly, and I'm going to ask some questions based on his statement. Then we're going to see which one is the religion. Okay. First of all, we have to lay some ground rules. What is a religion? You would understand it has to have a set of beliefs, and you have to have faith. Correct?
Yep.
Okay. Cool. So, do we feel Earth rotation?
I don't. Certainly not.
Would it take faith and belief to believe the Earth is rotating?
Yes.
Yep.
Okay, so that's already one for the globe Earth with religion. Now, flat Earth, we do not feel rotation, so we do not need to have belief or faith that it's not rotating. Correct?
That's right.
So, okay, not religion there. Let's move on to gravity. They have to believe in a fourth dimensional space that man had a concept working on it that is never been scientifically proven, that hasn't had science to it, is causing things to be pulled down without a force, even though physics requires a force to be present for things to be accelerated. So you would have to believe that there is something there without it being there, correct? So that's another one. So that's two now for the globe. Now, with a flat Earth, things fall because it's denser than the things around it. Is that faith, or is that just true statement because you always change the medium and therefore it changes the vector, correct? Yeah. How about Coriolis? You require two reference frames to see a Coriolis effect happening. So in other words, we should see planes flying in a drifting fashion, apparent fashion away from us, or we should have different flight times and stuff, and yet we don't see this.
60-20.
Yeah. Even Wolfie, even Zanuck, they say the planes would have to be flying backwards. Robert Greenlee as well, when I discussed with him on FTFE, remember? He conceded based on their globe, even with conservation of momentum, the plane would be flying backwards. Do we see this? No. And yet they believe it. So, sorry, Sean. No matter which way you're going to look at it, the globe is the religion here with beliefs, not the flat Earth.
Yeah, absolutely. A nice one for that, Michael. Green pot, Sam. If you can see green pot, Sam, you don't know what you're talking about. Just because I don't know what top left is, it doesn't mean say I'm thick.
Yeah. Hey, Clever Ruckus, good to see you, mate. Thank you for coming in. And Awesome Town Matt, always good to see you as well. Sean, your gravity is based on changing the medium. We've been through this before. Maybe go and watch again how when I was debating Leo and Mark, we went through it. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm told today you were dealing with some people who are still forced with that dogma.
It's very strange. How do you feel about that in
so
2017?
It's amazing. But, nothing surprises me
Not only
anymore.
that, gravity's not real and dinosaurs aren't real.
I know.
How can we be forced with that dogma when we were actually taught globe Earth dogma?
Exactly. From when you're born, that's all that's pushed down your throat. It's a globe. Just trust us. Believe it's a globe. That's all it is, guys. I wanted to say something now. I can't remember what I wanted to say.
Was it to Sean?
Sean, let me put it this way. I'm going to give an analogy again. Let's take a bowling ball and a feather. We drop it in the air. The bowling ball drops faster than the feather, correct? Now we put it in a vacuum. We've removed the medium. The bowling ball and the feather drop at the same rate, correct?
Yep.
Now we take the same bowling ball and feather, drop them in water. The bowling ball sinks and the feather floats. What did we change in all 3 scenarios? The medium. Wow. Troy, thank you very much for your $5 super chat. Really, really appreciate it, mate. You rock. I put the Joe Rogan moon landing denial interview in the BitChute link. Only 5 minutes. It will really add to this video. Awesome. BitChute link. Where's the BitChute link, though? Would you guys be able to get me the link quickly?
For what?
Thank you very much. He says he put it in the
in
the BitChute link. It's a BitChute link. Oh, where did he put it? He put it in the. I'm gonna go back to one of his. Put the link in the chat up for convenience. Oh, it's probably in the chat from the video.
Yeah, it must be YouTube, right?
Yeah, let me quickly go to the. But then again, guys, thank you all for coming. Thank you again for that super chat, mate. Really, really appreciate all the super chats. Really does help. Let's see, it should be up here then. But the problem is, I don't think links really work on my channel because of the comments settings. Because the comment settings don't work because of the troll. If someone's able, what's the name of it? Let me just see if I can probably get it up then. Moon's denial interview. Joe Rogan moon denial interview.
I don't see the link as well.
Yeah. The moon landing conspiracy. Is it this one? Joe Rogan on the moon landing conspiracy. I'm not sure if it's that one you're talking about. Stanley Kubrick and the moon landing. Ooh. Landing on the moon would be easier than faking it.
What's the name of that movie where they literally it's about Mars, but they pretty much just expose the moon landing?
1.
They're just going to
Capricorn 1.
Is that one? Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Funny how they dodge it.
Definitely. I seen that, and I kind of thought that when I seen it. Definitely.
Yeah.
It's right in your face. It's just the wrong place.
Yeah. In REM, I agree with you. They don't fall exactly the same rate, but they fall more or less at the same rate. Remember, no matter the vacuum, there's still going to be air particles inside there, and the feather is still going to be hit by those gas particles. Thank you again for the super chat, Troy. I hope we can find the video you're looking for, though. Yeah, it's awesome to be. I'm just glad the sound is good, and it's great to be off a bit so we can have nice long streams.
Is Paul still about?
Yeah, Paul's here.
My left keyboard, like, where's it back?
I used to be a moon lander denier. Maybe it's this one. It should be this one.
Although I did see this amazing.
Okay, let's do this, guys. I think this is the one he was referring to.
Video of Buzz Aldrin. Did you see this?
Oh, punching the guy who said he didn't go. I know that guy. That guy Bart Seabrill that he punched. I went to dinner with that guy.
You know a moon landing denier?
Oh yeah.
I mean, I know you know.
Okay, I'm just gonna have to download it, guys. You know a moon landing denier? Yeah,
Yep.
I'm married to one, if that helps, and she's a baller. I know a lot of people that are moon landing deniers that are still globers as well, and flat earthers.
Oh yeah.
So
I was when I thought the moon sussed out that the moon landing was fake. I still believed in space, universe, blue globe, solar system.
Although I did see this amazing video.
Yeah, I mean, there's just so many things. And speaking of moon landing, guys, I'm going to be debating tomorrow night, are the moon landings fake?
I thought you were going to say something like, about the moon landing, guys. I've booked a ticket. I'm off. I'm going.
So yeah, tomorrow night I'm going to be debating, are the moon landings fake? That's going to be quite Hey, Professor Harvester, good to see you, mate. Thank you for coming.
That'd be cool.
I asked my...
Yeah? Go ahead.
No, I asked myself a long time ago, how is it possible for people to stand with a cell phone or a camera with very bad zoom? It's not a good zoom, but the zoom is not as powerful as being able to zoom out in space and look at the moon closely. How can people think so far? Their fucking cell phone or their camera, it wouldn't be able to zoom in on the moon in the way they are able to. If the moon was out there so far away, how are they doing it then? Do they have a magical camera?
I just want to know why they're able to stick these so-called satellites in space and see things that are trillions of miles away, but they can't see the moon that's right here close to Earth.
And where is that powerful Wi-Fi on Earth? I want a piece of that.
Oh, he says Puppet's gone wild. Okay, so it's not this one then. In BitChute.
And how did they get those satellites out there when they're still, having a hard time getting something out there?
Yeah, exactly.
When was the first satellite sent out?
Thank you again. Thank you again, Troy, for your $2 super chat. You don't have to send us a super chat every time you want to say something, man. But I do appreciate it. Thank you very much. Puppet's gone wild, Rogan. Oh, there we go. Which one should it? I think they're the same. Okay, let's go to the top one. Okay, let's see. Maybe we can watch it like this.
Space, you don't think the moon landing is real?
No, I don't. No. Do you?
Yeah.
Why do you think the moon landing is real? Why don't you tell me why?
I saw it on television.
Oh, you're a genius. Oh, beep that.
Okay, we'll bleep it. No, it's okay. We got it.
That's genius. You saw it on TV? That's awesome. I'm going to show you some CGI. I'm going to show you King Kong. I saw that on TV, too. There's an 80-foot gorilla. He's running around kidnapping white chicks. You should check it out.
That's a good one. Yeah, we saw it on TV. I heard it on the radio.
No.
Ready on back of a packet of cornflakes.
Sorry?
Yeah.
Ready on back of a packet of cornflakes.
That's crazy.
1972 was the last time a human being has been through the Van Allen radiation belt. 1972. That's the last time. There's been only 7 trips ever that human beings have ever gone past 400 miles. Every single space station mission, every space shuttle, every satellite, all of those are inside the protective Van Allen radiation belts, which start at 1,000 miles. They go from 1,000 miles to, depending on who you ask, if you ask NASA, 24,000 miles. If you ask James Van Allen, the guy who discovered it, it's 67,000 miles of
So they can't even decide the distance of the Van Allen radiation belt, guys. What does that tell you? That's the first red flag. That's a huge red flag.
Definitely.
When the astronaut and they were like, Van Allen, never heard of him.
Yeah, that's it. I mean, that guy said, we're going to have to go through the Van Allen belt, which has never been done before. You know what I mean? So there it is. So how, if it's never been done before, how the hell has anybody been to the moon?
But yeah, this is all just also begging the question that you can go to space and violate the second law of thermodynamics. So.
Oh, yeah, exactly.
intense radiation that's in a gigantic donut band that covers around the Earth. Now, even if you got outside of that band, you have to deal with solar cycles. There's the apex of a 20-year solar cycle was between 1969 and 1972. All the time when these guys are making those missions. Any one of those guys out there in those tiny little aluminum-shielded crafts would have been killed instantly during any solar flare.
Wow. Joe Rogan is totally going against these other videos. I mean, he's
he had his moments. He keeps going fake, going slightly back, then going fake again. I don't know what's going on with him.
Yeah,
gatekeep.
He's jumping back and forward.
Crazy.
Why fake it?
Thank you, Carlos.
Why not fake it?
You should open with that.
If you look at any of the footage online, it looks ridiculous. It looks stupid. If you look at the videos, it looks ridiculous and dumb. You know why? Because in 1969, nobody anticipated that we were going to have VCRs and the internet. We were going to be able to watch that. They wanted to win the Cold War. The Soviet Union's had over 10 firsts in space. First man in space, first woman in space, first...
And the funny thing is how they're working together even today. And they're at war with each other. Really odd stuff, don't you think?
And a dog's been to space, and a chimp's been to space. Wow.
I mean,
the same people that bombed killed Americans are the same people that helped them to get to space. Really weird.
That's it.
It's like you going to a serial killer and saying, "Oh, it's fine. You just killed my family, but I want to hire you." It's like, okay.
Strange.
They had everything. First dog in space. They had first satellite. They were so much more advanced than the Americans were. But the Americans were more advanced in trickery, and that's what they did. They figured out a way to fake it. That's why when Neil Armstrong got back, first of all, he went insane. They went into a deep depression. So did Buzz Aldrin. It became.
Yeah, they didn't look very happy when they came back. I mean,
well, while you paused, Brian, you've got permission now to post in Element.
Oh yeah, awesome.
Just like in the movie Capricorn 1.
Exactly.
They were not happy. They had to lie.
Yeah, because
they didn't go anywhere.
They were all excited, and they just about to go up, and then all of a sudden, no, you guys better get out. It's like, what? And then they were taken to a nice hotel in Nevada and stay. I think it was in a barracks or something, and they kept them there for a while. It's so simple, guys. It's easy actually to fake this, guys. And then you get the nonsense say, "Oh, but it's much more difficult to fake it than it was to just go there." You cannot go to something that violates natural law, so it is easier to fake it.
Yeah.
Right.
And I mean, they've shown so much discrepancies on why it's fake, yet they always try and make up excuses or just ignore the things that come up.
I'm a huge alcoholic. He gave no interviews. Neil Armstrong still to this day will not give interviews. He gave one speech that he gave at the 25th anniversary of the moon landing, and this is what he said in front of America's best honor students. He said, "We have here amongst us America's best and brightest," and the quote was, "You will achieve many great things if you could peel away one of truth's hidden layers." That's a speech this guy gives standing in front of the top.
Yeah, and I mean, this is just something we've got to think about. Like Bart Chabrel, when he goes and asks them to lay their hands on the Bible and swear on the Bible that they did go to space, not one of them are able to. I mean, even Buzz Aldrin actually hit Chabrel in the face because of this.
I
think it was Chabrel.
Right.
Yeah. But it's crazy. I mean, if you claiming to have gone to a place that you claimed, what's so hard just to stick your hand on the Bible and say, yeah, I swear on God's word that I went there. And like we said, when these guys did come back from so-called space, they didn't look very happy. They couldn't even make up their mind if they saw stars or not.
That's right. That's right.
That's crazy.
You'd think they would have been ecstatic. Like, even if you go away for a camping holiday or something, you know, and you had a good time, you come back all smiley and talk to your mates all happy about it and stuff. They were depressed looking. It was like, whoa.
Yeah, you'd have been doing cartwheels, wouldn't you? That you just even got back safe. Do you know what I mean?
Exactly, dude. Exactly.
I'm trying to see if I can find those videos where they talk about the astronauts if they can't decide if they see stars or not.
Yeah, just type in YouTube something like astronauts. Can astronauts see stars? And there's a video that's like got a good collection of them.
Yeah, there's a specific one I'm looking for though, where it's a cut from different astronauts.
Yeah. It should pop up like Zoom.
Yeah, see, like, why you can't see stars in space?
Oh yeah, the one where some can, some can't.
Yeah. It's like they can't decide. Oh no, I saw stars. No, I didn't.
It depends on your eye type. Some types don't see them, you know.
But by the way, the guys, this is YouTube, so that kind of thing is
Dr. T and his mate, and they're looking at each other, they don't even know what to say.
Yeah.
They're like, yeah, we can see stars.
John,
If people believe this NASA garbage, there's something wrong with them.
I mean, yeah, just look at the lunar lander. It's just ridiculous. It's made out of paper, tinfoil, and Scotch tape.
I know. That's a massive
Wow.
John Petit. Give me John Petit, not John Apple P or whatever. You see, this is the nonsense that they put on. But it's good to see all guys here. 66 watching. Let's see. John Petit.
A decent amount.
Yeah, that's good.
It was up at 70 at one point.
Why are you
79.
not showing John Petit, mate? Come on, John Petit.
Don.
Oh, there we go. That's why it's spelled wrong. Is it John like this with John with
Don.
H at the
Don.
The J-O-H-N,
Don
isn't it?
Petit. It's Don Petit.
Oh, Dawn, of course.
I also found a video from Reality Junkie called "Who Is Lying,"
Oh, there we go. I
which
think that's
is with two S's.
okay.
Astronauts, stars, and space contradictions.
Reality Junkie.
That'll be the one, I think.
Reality Junkie. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good compilation. Yeah.
What does he say? What's the
It's
name?
like a mashup in it.
Yeah, but I'm trying to figure out the what's the name of the video.
The channel.
Yeah. No.
Oh,
John-
the name of the video I'm talking about. Or
yeah, video.
Who is lying? But the it is with two S's.
Yeah.
And question mark after lying. Astronauts, stars in space, contradictions.
Okay, I was just
I'm
gonna say
leaving
that.
out
Should
all
pick it up.
the.
There we go. I got it. Yeah.
Yeah.
4 years ago. Yeah, that's the one I was looking for.
Cool.
I don't know if it's gonna have adverts first. Well, I'm going to subscribe to him. There we go.
Whilst
from
in
Mark
space,
Cameron. This is from Mark Cameron.
Whilst in space, have you ever looked away from Earth into the black void?
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
yeah,
all
because
the
you can
time.
see.
Yeah,
Yeah. Because you can see the stars.
Oh, yeah,
You
yeah.
know, and pretty much all the time.
You
Yeah,
can see
yeah.
the
All
stars.
time.
Yeah, you can pretty much see the stars.
Look at them
all the
looking at
time.
each other.
Yeah, yeah. And you can clearly see the in front of a green screen.
Right. And he's not very good at reading. He said whilst. I think he meant whilst.
They're not on ISS in that interview.
No, obviously not.
No,
But,
no.
but can you guys see how it looks the same as when the people are on the so-called ISS?
Yeah, of course.
You can see the stars.
It's not
which
a
is
black
cool thing.
void. I mean, it's black, but there's all kinds of little polka dots.
There's all the stars there, and the cool thing is about it, you can see it during the day.
And when you're
Ah. I really
You
got
can see it.
I really got to go and download it.
Have you really?
Yeah.
Is it starting to do that thing again?
Yep.
Ooh, I'm telling you, man, it's a conspiracy. It's a conspiracy, guys.
Can't blame me.
Whilst
From
in
Mark
space,
Cameron. This is from Mark Cameron.
Whilst in space, have you ever looked away from Earth into the black void?
Yeah. So
yeah,
yeah,
all
because
the
you can
time.
see. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you can see the stars.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
You know, and pretty much all the time you can see the stars.
It's
I don't know why they have to look at each other like you, no,
Like
Yeah.
classic liars. Back me up. You back me up, right?
Yeah, we can see the stars, can't we, mate? We can't we, mate? Yeah, we can see the stars.
not
is
a
a
black
cool thing.
void. I mean, it's black, but there's all kinds of little polka dots.
There's all the stars there, and the cool thing is about it, you can see it during the day.
And when you're in space and you're looking into deep space and you're on the sun side of the orbit, the sunlight washes out all the starlight, so you can't see any stars. Just like here.
And he just said you can see it in the day, didn't he?
Oh, in the day, yeah. That's weird.
Yeah, he said you can see the day, and he says you can't see it in the day. And
Oh.
both have been in space, apparently, guys.
I hope you listen to these clowns, Nick Volt.
Mm.
There's all
Contradiction
the
there
stars there. The cool thing is
somewhere,
about it,
no?
you can see it during the day.
The sunlight washes out all the starlight, so you can't see any stars, just like here on Earth. But then when you look out into deep space away from the sun, it's the darkest black you can imagine.
Yeah, you can, and there's more than stars. You can see planets. You can
Right.
see moons.
You see the gas.
In like just.
Where's the stars, guys?
Mm-hmm.
Where's the stars now?
We can see stars. We can see planets.
On the other side. On the other side.
Yeah. We could see black holes. We could see fairies. We could see angels. We could see. It's crazy, man.
Sometimes they even see Superman flying by.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I do every day, mate. I do. He knows that I know who he is. Like, he knows. I know his identity is Clark Kent. So I'm on a personal level with him.
Hanging there in a vast sea of darkness, and the most frightening darkness that you could ever imagine.
Magellan clouds of the
Yeah,
Milky
you
Way
see
galaxy.
the Magellanic clouds.
Magellanic. See, I just went to Magellan.
Magellan. This is Magellan. So this is what you're supposed to see, apparently, guys. Polka dots everywhere.
Large one and a small one, right?
Yeah.
The sky is a deep black when viewed from the moon, as it is when viewed from cislunar space, the space between the Earth and the moon.
And then you can.
So remember what Neil Armstrong just said, guys. The space between the space, just like the moon, is the same.
See the zodiacal lights.
Whoa.
Those are amazing. Right before
The lights
sunrise.
of the zodiac?
The lights of the zodiac. The zodiacal lights, okay?
Mr. Armstrong, I do realize that when you were on the moon, you had very little time for gazing upwards. But could you tell us something about what the sky actually looks like from the moon, the sun, the earth, the stars, if any, and so on?
The sky is a deep black when viewed from the moon, as it is when viewed from cislunar space, the space between the Earth and the moon.
Look how hard he has to concentrate to think what he has to say, guys. I mean, if you know, you're not going to concentrate. You're just going to say, "Oh yeah, it was awesome. I saw all these stars," or just look pitch black.
Yeah.
You wouldn't have to try and think on how you're going to say it.
Yeah, exactly. I mean,
That's
he
true.
looks he looks depressed, and he probably is depressed because it's hurting him having to lie,
but I
do
mean-
that lie and hold it.
Yeah, but I mean, that's traits of how a liar is.
Well, that's right. That's right.
I would actually say people should actually take courses in on how to read body language. Because this
Is he looking to the lying side? I forgot,
Yes.
is it the right or the left?
He's looking to the right and he's looking down.
Yeah.
And he's trying to buttercoat what the guy simply is just asking a simple question. It's like, what do you see? Do you see stars? It's yes or no is the question, the answer. He's making a whole storyline to buttercup what it is, and that's signs of lying.
The Earth is the only visible object other than the sun that can be seen, although there have been some reports of seeing planets. I myself did not see planets from the surface, but I suspect they might be visible.
There's more than stars. You can see planets. You can see moons.
You see the gas.
The sky, of course, was black, but it had sort of a velvet sheen to it.
The biggest visual surprise was just how black the sky was. You have a brilliant sun, brighter than any sun you normally would see, even here in New Mexico. You have these extraordinarily high mountains. We were in a valley deeper than the Grand Canyon. But then you have this black sky, a sky blacker than black, as the old Vidicon expression used to be.
And we have to realize that in space, without the intervening atmosphere, the heavens are 10 times as bright, stars 10 times as numerous.
Wow.
Okay, guys, tell me again. Are there stars in space or not? These are all claimed to go. All these people claim to go to the same place. If you had to present this as evidence in a court, they would invalidate. They would claim it as invalid straight away, guys.
Definitely.
Not one of
It's
them will be
like
counted as
talking
testimony.
to Voltaire, isn't it? You know, you never get a straight story.
No.
Is it Sticks or is it Wells? Is the stars or is the stars? You know, it's
Exactly.
bullshit.
So yeah.
Contradiction between themselves.
Hey, Raina, the Queen, good to see you. Thank you for coming. And then Flat Sabbath, it's always good to see you as well. So yeah, it's very simple. They keep contradicting themselves.
Because there's no atmosphere to block the light.
You could see those.
Which are
and
what?
then you
Explain
could see
those
the
to
upper.
us.
Oh well.
I mean, I know what they are, but explain it to the audience.
It's this vertical column of fuzzy glow that comes up perpendicular to the horizon shortly before the sunrise.
Just the inherent beauty of it, the velvet, bottomless bucket of the universe.
In like just hanging there in a vast sea of darkness, and the most frightening darkness that you could ever imagine.
I've often tried to explain the difference between darkness, when you turn out the lights and it's dark in here, or blackness. Blackness is the endlessness of it all. It's hard to comprehend.
When you get up on a clear night in Colorado, up in the mountains where there's no light and you can see all these stars, we'll multiply that by 1,000.
And then take and then reverse that.
It's crazy. Why do the people believe these people? And then they tell us, how dare you call them liars? Is this not enough to tell you they are lying? We got another one in. Hammer, how's it going, mate?
What's up? How's it going?
Good to see you. It's good to see a full panel in here tonight.
They're not lying, Fat Zoe, because we believe it's true.
Gotta put the song on now. Hammer time.
I think we get the. I think we get.
That's what it's like.
I think we get the message. These guys are liars, guys.
Like in space.
And we cannot see stars.
I was just a systems engineer on a well-functioning spacecraft coming home. And so, sure, I had work to do, but not nearly as pressing as before. And we were oriented such that we were rotating to keep thermal balance on the spacecraft, and oriented in such a way that every 2 minutes, the Earth, the Moon, the Sun, and a 360-degree panorama of the heavens appeared in the cabin window. And that was awesome. It was an overwhelming experience. And we have to realize that in space, without the intervening atmosphere,
And we cannot see stars.
the heavens are 10 times as bright, stars 10 times as numerous.
Okay, we get it. I don't think we need to go there. Let's go on with the Joe Rogan Puppets Gone Wild.
Top honor students of the country. Not, I went to the moon. He doesn't say that. He gives this cryptic speech. Now, Bill Clinton, in page 100, I think it's 156 of his book, My Life, he gives this story about how when he was a kid, he was working with this carpenter. And this carpenter said, you know, I don't believe man landed on the moon. It was 3 months after the moon landing. And he said, I thought that guy was ridiculous. He said, you know what? I don't believe anything those TV fellows show you. He said, after 8 years in the White House, I thought maybe that guy was ahead of his time.
Wow.
This is in Bill Clinton's autobiography.
Wow.
This is in his book. There's no...
It's insane. It's really insane. So, also, Joe Rogan can't then decide if the moon landings are real or fake. I mean, on this one, he's literally claiming it to be fake and gives all his reasons. And on the other videos we're watching, he claims it to be real. So that would mean he's just paid? Because he can't make up his mind?
Or is he getting threats on his family's life or some kind of thing, back and forward? Then they take it back. Then they threaten him again. Then they take it back. You know.
But like I said, he'll if he has to admit it's flat, he's going to lose his membership at the Birmingham Grove, and he doesn't want to lose that.
Nah.
Well, this is the thing that made me really look at Joe Rogan differently. You know what I mean? Because once he flipped on his stance of the moon landing, you can't help but question where he's coming from. You know?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly.
A nice big fat wallet. That's where he's coming from.
No, it's fucking cool. It's fun finding it's capturing that.
way people went on the moon. There's no way.
By the way,
it's impossible today. China wants to go back to the moon. They don't even have a clue how to do it. They're going to try to get there in 2020. America thinks we could possibly go back in 2017. All of the hard data, the telemetry data, 14,000 reels is missing. No one can find it. With the
yeah, that telemetry data, it's still sad that the biggest achievement in history, NASA couldn't get different tapes to tape over, they had to use the telemetry data from the moon. Yeah. That's something that you would do for the biggest achievement in history, correct? But they would go. But what do we see with antiquities in history? They guard it with their life. They keep things under such hectic lockdown that it's practically impossible to get your hands on it.
If we went to Rome in 1969, why aren't there hotels on there now?
Well, that's it. That is what they claimed, that there'd be people living up there or visiting it by whatever time, you know.
Well, I don't get how you don't have any media billboards up there, you know, like live streams from media companies and stuff, because think of all the money they would be making. First,
Tesla's on it.
Yeah, I mean, first satellites, sorry, first media group to have advertisements in space. They would be killing it with the money. It's like, put your advert in space. You know, people pay for that shit.
We would already be living up there if we could.
Yeah, that's it. That's it.
Cheers,
I agree with that.
Cheers, Nick Volt. Thank you for coming, mate. Glad you could make it. Yeah, definitely see you again, mate. Thanks.
Telemetry data that's the binary data, the ones and the zeros that show the distance between the command module and the Earth during every step of the way on the way to the moon and back, which you can't fake. They don't have that. They can't find it, which you would think would be in a locked golden vault in the Smithsonian. But no, they can't find it. Well, they say, well, you know, they placed laser reflectors on the moon. You could shoot a laser beam. That's proof. Well, it's not proof, because the Russians did it twice with unmanned probes. The Russians also collected space samples and samples of the moon.
Very amazing, and I've had these guys on, and
that's very interesting. So the Russians did it twice. How did they do that without the reflectors?
Exactly.
Exactly. Sure, man. We destroyed that technology, but it's a painful process to build it back up again. Don Petit, yeah.
You know, the different guy.
Technology debt.
Don Petit, same guy who says, "Oh, well, we just got leaks."
Yeah.
Where's all the guys who built it? There must be some of them still remembering what they did.
It's like just clever engineering.
And where's the backups?
But I mean, show me a rubber seal in a vacuum, how it's going to last.
Yeah.
It won't. When you stick things in a vacuum, it has outgassing. So it's going to all those little gases and liquids and stuff, that all the chemicals inside that rubber seal is going to escape in the vacuum, and it's going to make it brittle and therefore just fall apart, especially with the temperature changes and stuff. So you're not going to be able to use that rubber seals on the ISS. It would be impossible.
Elon Musk, he got magic rubber on
Yeah,
his cars.
I mean, he's got some hectic, he's got some hectic
The
rubber.
whole car is magical.
Yeah, I mean, the dashboard didn't crack or nothing. Nothing exploded. Nothing came. I mean, even the windscreen going through all that temperature change. I mean, going through the thermosphere of over 2,000 degrees Celsius. The plastics didn't even melt.
The car was nice and shiny.
Yeah, the plastics didn't even melt. So that's amazing.
No. Yeah. Even the leather on the seats still shiny. Or what it was, I don't know. I don't remember if it was leather, but the seats, everything was nice and shiny.
Yep.
Guys on the internet that are behind.
There's a lot of guys, and I've debated that one guy, that Phil Plait from Battlestar. I clown that guy.
The guy that gets in every astronaut's face.
Well, that guy's a crazy Christian, and he's nuts. Which is, you know what, you have to be a little crazy to look that deep into this theory, because it seems so solid. We went to the moon. It seems so solid until you look into it.
But here's the only thing. We can't keep anything quiet in this country.
It doesn't matter. No one's keeping it quiet.
Everybody
you can go
at
look
NASA,
at it.
the astronauts, I mean...
Those guys are afraid of their lives. Gus Grisham, the pilot who was the guy who died on the launch pad along with two of his friends, he was a public critic of NASA. He put a lemon, he hung it on the simulator, put a lemon and put it on a hanger and hung it. He was dead in that same cockpit. He died like 2 weeks later.
Wow. I forgot about George Grissom, actually. Hey, second best Bob, good to see you. I think that's a lot of the reason why they don't talk about George Grissom. Because he was murdered, because he was showing it to be fake. I mean, think about, that's why I wanted to do the documentary on Apollo 13 as well. And the Challenger disaster. I mean, it's sad. People actually believe this baloney.
Yeah, people were hurt, got emotionally hurt by it. You know, it affects people.
It's all about emotional control.
It's a lie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you give people emotional attachment, they will fight to the bitter end. That's how it works.
It. Yeah, that's right.
It's called. Yeah, it's called mind control, guys.
We see this every day in chat.
Yeah.
Hardcore brainwash.
Yeah.
He burned to death inside of that. They were terrified. This is a matter of life and death. These guys were in the middle of a huge Cold War between Russia, and they wanted to show that America had technological superiority. The race to the moon landing, all that stuff is not about going to the moon and collecting things. It's about military superiority. It's about the ability to do things with military technology. All that stuff they use for NASA, all the stuff they use for the stealth bomber, the space shuttle, all those missions, it's not for philanthropy missions. That's to fuel the military-industrial complex.
You heard it. So why is he giving such a strong argument here? And then when he goes and we watch this other video, he says stupid stuff like, "Oh, you believe in a goldfish aquarium?"
Well, yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like he's not even trying.
The machine behind this is all the military. And getting to the moon first is making a statement that we have military technological superiority over Russia. And that's what they did.
Is Bigfoot real?
I don't know. You tell me.
You've got a pretty
If you
good,
look into it, man, the more you look into it, look, there's every photograph of the moon looks goofy. There's intersecting shadows that show more than one light source.
And people don't like that light source things, by the way.
And there's more evidence for Bigfoot than there is globe Earth.
That's the truth. That is the truth, yeah.
And you can try to explain any one of these things away, which many people do. But the problem is when you look at them all together...
Joe, we're not on for 10 hours. Man cow!
Thank you for sharing that link for us, mate, for Troy. Really appreciate all the super chats. Yeah, I think that was well worth it to watch that video.
Yeah, it was good. That was good.
I think we don't even need to watch the other one finished with Kraus, to be honest. We can maybe just chat around a bit for a few minutes. How's that sound, guys?
Yeah. Sounds groovy to me, man.
Yeah. So how did you guys come to Flat Earth?
Me, I was probably about 2013, 2014, just on YouTube and stuff like that, and got into, because I was always kind of interested in conspiracies, you know, and I got into that, like 9/11, Boston bombings, stuff like that, and it kind of led to Flat Earth being a conspiracy theory, which we know it's not, but it was under that at the time, you know, like a couple of years after I started looking into conspiracy theories. And I just thought, oh, well, it's a bit stupid, but I'll go and have a look anyway, you know. And the first few videos I watched, it wasn't like a cognitive dissonance thing for me. It just penny dropped, made sense. That's it. It's flat, simple.
Exactly. That's actually, I mean, it's quite simple to understand.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was told by a friend to go check it out, and I was like, yeah, right. You're joking, right? You're joking? No, he's serious. Okay. Then I went looking, and the same day, like an hour later, I was like, oh God, this makes sense. I was given the Eric Dubai video, a very long one.
Eric Dubai. I still want to get Eric Dubai on here, so I want to talk to him sometime.
What's not Kevin, like, you know, I've seen Eric Dubai, you know, Suez Canal and that, like, what's not Kevin, it's...
I mean, Eric Dubai was certainly one of the ones that got me into it, yeah. He wasn't the first. I don't think it was the first video I watched, but it was definitely Eric Dubé was prominent at that point.
Yeah, it was the one with a lot of proofs the Earth is
Yeah.
flat. You know, some number.
Yeah.
And me was just standing at the beach, realizing, hang on, I learned art and I did art and perspective, and I was looking at the beach, and based on what I heard previously, just on the flat Earth with the horizon and stuff, and that's how I got into it. So it was actually quite easy for me. It wasn't very difficult, to be honest.
No, same as me. It just
I could
penny drop.
explain it. Yeah, I could explain it very easily, and it could be demonstrated. And I still haven't seen any demonstrations for the globe, and that's why I hammer so much on for demonstrations. And it just falls on deaf ears because they don't have anything for demonstrations. So what does that tell you? If they can't demonstrate their BS lies, then it shows you they don't have anything.
That's it. Yeah, because at that point when I started believing, before that, obviously, I believed in the globe, but I was in conspiracies. I didn't believe the moon landing and that, but I can't remember my point now. Hold on a minute. It just went right out of my head. I do that sometimes. I talk away and then it just goes out of my head what I was saying. I did have a point.
Happens to me.
I'll come back. I'll come back to it if I remember. Oh, crazy.
But I remember
Oh yeah, sorry. It's because I believed in the globe and I believed in the Bible. I couldn't understand the cosmology between what I was being taught and what the Bible said. You know what I mean? I was like, well, it doesn't sound like what a globe is. That was one of the main reasons as well. When I got into the Bible side of flat Earth and that, it was like I couldn't understand. No one knows a globe.
Yeah, I mean,
I couldn't understand it. Yeah, I couldn't understand the cosmology of Genesis as opposed to like what I was being taught. Do you know what I mean?
But I mean, try reading the creation story in our Genesis and read it in a globe manner. It's just impossible. You're not going to be able to.
No, definitely not.
But I mean,
sorry, Michael, I am.
But I mean, even I think this Lord, you Muslim, correct? This Lord?
Say again.
This Lord, I think he's Muslim, correct?
Are you Muslim?
No. But
Me?
anyway,
No.
okay. But anyway, the Quran.
I'm not religious.
Okay, but even the Quran,
Right.
the Quran teaches flat Earth. By the way, guys.
Well, yeah.
Yeah. It teaches actually 7 heavens as well.
No, my best friend and his wife is Muslims. Are Muslims, but yeah. They don't even know. The wife doesn't even know that it's teaching flat Earth.
But I think you've realized this. A lot of the Muslims don't actually read their Quran, so they
like Christians as well.
A lot of Christians as well. Yeah, they don't read the Bible, so they don't actually know what's going on. And that's a sad thing.
They just believe in Jesus.
Yeah, and that's the sad thing. That's why I say, are you a Christian or are you just a make-believe Christian? Those that go to a garage and believe if you sleep in the garage, you become a car.
Yeah.
Because that's how Christians are today. They go to church and they think that makes them a Christian.
Yeah, there's more to it than that.
Exactly.
And the church is the people.
Works don't save you, I'm afraid.
No. Because we can't fulfill that. We can't live by the law.
Yep.
We couldn't.
And you guys know Christopher Enoch is still running away from me.
Yeah, he still hasn't replied to me.
Yeah, because you uttered my name. You shouldn't have done
Yeah,
that.
that's it. I know. But I was trying to be honest. I didn't want to go on his show and then him find out that he maybe already knew.
You see,
but I don't know.
The thing is, because he knows if he's gonna come up with me, and I'm gonna bring up what does morning and evening in Hebrew mean, he's gonna have no argument.
Well, yeah, that's it. But somebody said in the chat yesterday that he's trying to pull a fast one. Anyway, I can't remember who it was. But yeah, I believe that.
I think it would have set you up like.
Yeah, I do as well. I do as well.
Going on with him, so like, he's not honest, is it?
No, that's it. That's it.
Yeah, him and McToon are buddy, and
Yeah, I
McToon
would
is
have probably,
supposed.
I would have probably had a
Christian.
gang on me.
And McToon is supposed to be a Christian, and he's trying
I know.
to discredit the Bible.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
a Christian, and then he comes in chat and claims that you beat your wife.
Yeah, very Christian-like. Yeah.
Very Christian.
Yeah, but yeah, he's trying to like get rid of the Bible, but call himself a Christian. Christianity comes from the Bible. Like I said before, Christian means Christ-like. So how do you know how to be Christ-like unless you got the Bible?
Yeah, I mean, you need the instructions of God to be able to know how to be Christ-like.
True.
Yeah, even though Jesus ain't even Christ. They're two separate things.
Christos.
Christ, it's
they
way
actually,
older than Jesus.
Yeah, they actually changed it to for the Catholic Church, but
Just
we
means
just
Messiah,
we just say Jesus because I mean,
but like
it's
I'm
his
English
name
and
given
in-
today.
In English, it's Jesus. Like I'm English, I'm not going to pretend to be a Jew. Like
Yeah.
No.
Look, the
no.
thing is, in that time there was no J in the alphabet. So yeah, but like I said, I don't really care about if they're going to call him Jesus or whatever. Everybody says Jesus, so they know who you're talking about today.
That's it.
Put it this way, he answers to that name.
He does,
Yeah.
because it's not.
That's right.
It's not about the name; it's about who you're calling. But
Yeah.
the power in his name, obviously, like the Bible says. But it's about your heart. It's not. I mean, you get a lot of atheists today that mock the name of Jesus and stuff, and nothing happens to them. Why? Because they're not really mocking Jesus. They don't believe in his heart that he's Jesus. He's real.
That's the thing. Jesus can't be mocked. God can't be mocked.
I
You
also
can
don't
try.
believe in
You can try.
in messiahs and stuff like that.
Hey, Edward, I think I see Edward.
Okay.
Did you guys? Is
I booked
Andrew?
it.
Yeah, but
Andrew's been timed out about 10 times.
yeah, but I'm
mean,
saying because Eduardo is Andrew's sock.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
No, I'm not an atheist, but I don't believe in any saviors. I believe we are our own personal saviors. That we are all of Christ.
So
and
New Age.
the ones who does evil, they are not getting there. They're not getting back right now, at least. But we can all get back there. We came from there. We'll be back there.
So like New Age kind of thing.
No, just well, easiest place to get that kind of understanding is probably pro-scientist. He's very deep into that stuff as well.
But I'm just interested though how
we are all our own.
Yeah, but
we are all exactly the same as the creation, and the creation got many levels. So do we insiders, or every chakra we have corresponds with every level of the torus field of the the level of the worlds we are living inside.
Can I just say something? You do know that is Kundalini spirit. That's
New Age.
Yeah, it's
demonic.
That's not
demonic.
New Age. That is very ancient stuff. It's
Kundalini,
only
New Age is based on the Kundalini.
Well, New Age is just a concept to shit on ancient stuff.
It's Kabbalah
in many ways.
but yeah, like I'm saying, I would like to be interested to know how you get your what do you base your beliefs on? What information? That's what I'm trying to say. What information do you get to base your beliefs on? Where do you get your information from? Because like we with Christians, you can get it from the Bible and the Torah and all that. But where do you get your so-called scripture? I could say.
Well, I'm all over the place listening to people about ancient stuff, and so I don't have just one source. I'm all over the place.
You want to stop listening to people? That's what.
Well, I could say the same.
I know, but I people I read scripture. I don't listen to people.
But
that is listening to people. That's someone wrote a book, and you're reading it. You're not listening to them say it, but you're reading what they said.
God's inspired
Depends
words.
how you look at it.
Do you read it though, like because Bible's supernatural, like so it's not just like reading a textbook out. It's on a different level.
It's the living
Let's
word
not
of
go
God.
into that. We won't
Living,
get anywhere with that.
Like you mentioned something like we're sort of like along lines of we're his own gods, you know, like we all become God or something. That's the lie that we give to Adam and Eve in Garden of Eden, you know.
That's right.
And yes, and that has to be it can be understood a little differently as well. You know, it depends on how you comprehend
I'm just
it, I
ready
guess.
for your salvation, mate. When you go in down minds, like, you know, there's only one way out of here, and that's belief in Jesus. He saves you, like.
Yeah.
See, I find that completely ridiculous, but that's again because I don't see it in that way. But I don't take anything away from other people. If that's what you believe, that's completely fine with me.
It is what I believe, but I believe that that's the only way, even for you, whether you believe it or not. I'm trying to tell you that, but whether you believe it or not that's up to you. Like, but
yeah, the only way to the Father is through the Son.
There can only be one truth. There can't be thousands of truths and many ways out of this system. There's only one way out, you know.
Yeah.
Yes.
But like I was trying to get back, like the Bible is a whole bunch of different authors. Where like I'm just gonna say scripture because scripture would just be based on what you believe, based on what people say. Would you understand those things that you're basing your belief is also just based on what men said?
All of it is, if we have to be honest with ourselves, you know, we are on Earth. Everything here is man-made. You know, books, scriptures, whatever. The humans must have made it. So it's all what some man said in the end. You know, it's just where does it come from?
But have you seen a chakra before?
No, but
then how can you
who can say anyone saw Jesus?
I know a lot of people that have died and come back to life.
Somebody told me that Jesus went.
Yeah, in that sense, fine, but you know, no one physically did that we can point a finger at.
There's a lot of
somebody told me that Jesus went round India opening chakras.
Yeah, but I mean, there's a lot of
crazy stuff.
There's a lot of people that have even Satanists or atheists, even Muslims today that never even really heard of Jesus before. Have had visions and dreams from Jesus. That leads much more to that his existence than it would be for saying, okay, yeah, I believe in a chakra and reincarnation or whatever. You know what I mean?
I don't know. To me, it's pretty much the same thing. You know, whatever you believe in hard enough is what you dream about or what you see when you die. You know, it's you know, it depends.
Everybody has their own opinions and beliefs, though. So
and the Muslims who has those experiences, they see Muhammad or they see, you know, some other character. You know, some people see their mother or their father. You know,
Amma wants to speak.
I know. Why is he not being able to speak?
Yeah, he can.
I was just testing out functionality. I apologize.
I was like, why are you not speaking?
How did you do that, Amma?
He's putting his hand up.
How did you do that, though?
I think you will need the app for that, don't you?
Yeah, and I can't install it. I can't install the program.
Yeah, I've got the app.
Yeah,
on my
it gives me
iPhone.
some kind of weird error trying to install it.
Yeah, I can only use the app on my phone, but I use the browser on the computer. It's much better than the app on the computer.
Yeah, that's the one I can't install for some reason.
If you could send a screenshot to Element, I'm sure they'd appreciate it because this sort of stuff is still in beta, really.
Yeah. But it's good to see such a full panel. Hey, Adam, good to see you, mate. Thank you for coming.
Yeah.
Evening, guys. Evening, guys.
How you doing, dude?
So
Good.
Adam told me he likes Joe Rogan.
I do.
What is it? What is it? I tell you what, though, he's got one of the hardest kicks ever. He can kick. That's the only good thing about it.
When did you get kicked by Joe Rogan?
No, I didn't. I don't think I would be able to handle Joe Rogan's kick. It would snap my leg.
Damn, I right now I'm thinking I would love I would really love if Bro Sanchez would answer you on the
I would
email.
love it. Yeah,
because you and him would even have to have a debate about
he's not
you know,
a Christian,
flat Earth and this. No, because he was.
Yeah, I know he was a Christian, but I would love to have a chat with him about a lot of things that he discussed.
It would be.
I like him.
Yeah, and if you went into like a flat Earth / Christian religious kind of debate or back and forth thing, it would be very very cool.
Yeah.
Because it would be a very long one, and it would be very very detailed.
Yeah. Well, like I said, I do like him. I just wish he would answer me someday.
Yeah, I'm confused about why he doesn't do that. Why he hasn't done that yet.
Yeah. But if everybody does have contact with him, please let him know. I do still want to chat with him.
Yeah, I should jump in on his next video and just,
let him know again.
Yeah, say it on the live.
That'd be great.
I'll do that when I'm actually catching a live.
Awesome, thanks, man. I really appreciate it.
For sure.
Yeah, he's been really pushing it hard these last few weeks as well.
Oh yeah, he's busy.
Yeah.
And he does some long videos, and he got like three channels at least. He's doing 2 of them. He's very active on, and one of them just a little.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, Moomin Rider, Kent Hovind. I'd love to debate him on the Bible.
Yes, that would be very deep.
That'd be cool, man. I mean, I used to like Kent Hovind back in the day, back in early 2000s when I first kind of took being a Christian seriously. It opened my eyes a bit about creation, but I know he's a bit dodgy now.
The problem with Kent Hovind, he knows it's flat. He can't admit it though, because like I said before, he's like 80% of his followers are glow believers. So if he has to decide one day and say, sorry, it's flat, they're all just going to tell him he's bogus and just leave him.
That may be the same for Joe Rogan.
Yeah.
I don't see the point in trying to convert Kent Hovind, Joe Rogan, all these guys that knock down gatekeeping, that open people's eyes to their specific subjects. Alex Jones, another one, Owen favourite.
Owen loves
their role in the awakening, and I don't see purpose really in trying to get them to admit something that's outside of their sphere. If all you ever get Kent Hovind to talk about is evolution is nonsense, then he wakes people up to that. That's sufficient. Same with Joe Rogan. Of course, he knows his best mate must be banging on all the time to him.
Yeah.
But if he did go flat, would it be beneficial to his audience? I don't think at this stage it would be.
No,
I think he's a savvy media savvy dude.
Think about but like I was saying, he's quite a big, large influencer. So it'll be total chaos if he had to just flip all of a sudden.
And that's the tipping point, isn't it? When you see influencers like that, and Russell Brand in the UK and David Icke all stand up proudly and say, yeah, we've known it's flat for years. That'll be a tipping point. But I don't see forcing any of them individuals to make an admission of truth serves the cause, because they'll turn when the tide has turned, because they're media whores, respectfully. I don't mean that in a bad way, but ultimately they have to moderate their output with respect to the current narrative.
Yeah.
Sorry, Andrew Johnson. I don't get it. Goodbye from you. I'm a channel member and the 6th most watched live stream. Okay. You're only a channel member because Godzilla gave it to you.
Yeah, you wouldn't choose to be a member.
Exactly. Cheers,
pay for it yourself.
Cheers, in Rem. Really appreciate you coming. Enjoy the rest of the evening, mate. Yeah, Moomin Rider says, I agree, Adam. Hovind's work with evolution is spot on. But when he got out of jail, introduced me to FE because he was trying to debunk it. I had no idea about it before then. Wow, that's quite interesting.
Well, that's cool then, isn't it?
Yeah.
So even by him having to deal with it, it opens it up as a topic to people that have recognised that evolution's bunkum.
Exactly.
In your chat,
who's to say God isn't still working through these people, right?
Someone's got hectic feedback somewhere. Adam, what's your take on the protocell?
Specifically?
In evolution, the protocell, yeah.
Do you mean the first formative cell?
Yeah.
Yeah, bunkum, isn't it?
It's crazy. That's the thing I'm getting a lot from the evolutionists these days, trying to push the protocell onto me. And then you say, okay, can you please demonstrate it for me?
Oh, if you think about Ballbusters on Saturday where we discussed information, even if you get all the right conditions and a lightning striking primordial soup, even the arrangement of the primordial cell, what do you call it? Even the first arrangement of a proto cell would mean nothing, would it?
Nope.
Because just because you've got those proteins aligned in a specific way means nothing without that information meaning something.
Yeah, but even when they try and replicate the so-called protocell, they're already taking an already existing enzyme and working off of it. So it's not a protocell; it's already there.
It's like computer programmers on your Spectrum, like going, "Oh my gosh, that's not creation. Here, watch me." And they write, instead of writing Pac-Man, they write Manic Miner. But of course, it's a very different game, but it's all still written in the same language.
Mm-hmm.
Where did that language come from? Not within the program, even. The language doesn't come. It's outside of that. It's an agreed communication. In this case, between the program and the computer, what it's going to do. But they haven't changed that program, have they? They've not gone from, what would it be, 48K Spectrum Basic to, I don't know, what's the next one? STOS, or, you know what I mean? Things like that. They've not changed the method of communication. And that's what would be required for you to sit alongside creation.
Yeah.
That would be creation. All you can do is manipulate existing creation.
Yeah, that's why I love always reverting back to the first law of thermodynamics whenever they bring up something like the Big Bang. And then I get idiotic answers like, oh no, but we had quantum collapse. Okay, but that means there's matter already there for it to have a quantum collapse. Then you ask, hey, what was there? Oh, it was hydrogen gas, a very dense hydrogen gas. And so, okay, but where did it come from? And then I get, oh, that's just a question. It's like, duh.
I try not to mix. Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, no matter how deep you go, the foundation is always going to be based on supernatural creation. Never, ever nature created anything.
Yeah. But if creation exploded into existence from another place, then that would just be called supernatural again. Even though that makes sense, coming from somewhere.
It had to have an origin, and the origin itself has to be supernatural.
Yeah.
So even
Bro Sanchez is actually online right now.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah, let me see.
If we can get him on, yeah. Yeah, I mean, even the origins would have to be supernatural, because based on nature, you're not going to be able to have nature creating itself. So there had to be already building blocks there.
Yeah, nothing comes from nothing.
Mm-hmm. I love my coffee. You guys can't keep me away from coffee. Only time I don't have coffee is when I fast.
Yeah, I gotta fast too this summer. But I do the minimum of 6 days one.
Okay.
With only clean water.
Yeah, after the 7th day, you don't really get hungry anymore.
No, I was gonna do longer last time, but then I was called in for some work, and I was like, damn, I was gonna do 14 days, but now I have to break it off.
The problem
So
with,
I had just a little power to go working.
yeah, the problem with me, I can't do more than a 3-day because I do physical work. So I have to have energy and stuff. So if I do fast, it's usually just over a weekend or something.
Yeah.
That's about it.
Well, doing 24 hours or just 15, it does something too. So, if you live like that every day, like the 12-hour thing.
Well, we can always
by that.
we can always do a Ramadan.
Yeah, but that's not good enough for me.
That's not a
It's
fast.
like,
But I'm saying that because it's
no.
not a fast. They eat at
No,
night.
it's not.
They eat at
Exactly.
night
Exactly.
and stay awake sleep in the day. So it's like it's not really a fast.
Yeah, when I fasted, I did it for 3 days, no food at all.
Just water.
I drank coffee, but that was it. I had no food whatsoever.
But you're not allowed to even drink
Just
coffee or
water,
anything.
yeah.
No, I know,
Just
I know,
water, yeah.
I know. But that's what I did anyway. The last time I did one.
I still don't know how my mother and father, they did a whole month. I
Mm.
don't know how they
I
got
w-
out just on water. It's crazy. I
Mm.
wouldn't be able to do that.
I would have to fatten myself up good, before doing that, or I would be literally falling apart,
I can do it if you put me into hibernation, probably.
Yeah, a good little coma would be nice. I thought about that too. Just put me in a coma for 3-4 weeks, just with completely clean water.
Yeah. I've even had Daniel fast where I just do fruits as well. Fruits and waters. That's also it's not bad because at least you still do get some energy.
I in the summer I pretty much just live off smoothies, and a little bit of vegetables, but pretty much only fruit smoothies.
Yeah, the 21-day fast. It's like almost a whole month. It's crazy.
Yeah. I got it. I'm working up to that. I'm gonna get there. Don't know when though.
Yeah, so guys, I think we're gonna end the stream here probably. Because it is already 12 o'clock here. My wife's in the back here wondering when am I coming? Because I don't see my wife that much. I mean, that's why we'd really actually just visit on Tuesdays kind of thing.
Yeah, I need to have a quick word with you anyway after the show.
But yeah, I just want to say thank you guys all for coming. Really, really appreciate it. It's good to see so much people in the element. So that's a good thing. Religion of Gravity, thank you. He says, so what's the verdict on Joe? Joe knows it's flat. He just can't do anything about it.
Yeah.
I think that's what I say. What do you guys say?
Yeah, absolutely. Without a doubt.
Paid show.
Oh, yeah,
Yes.
look, because it's 33. Look, 33% said that. We're all shills,
Yeah, no
guys.
doubt.
How dare we say that? 33% of us are shills here.
Let's figure out who they are and banter.
How dare you?
No, who said that? Who did that?
Yeah, so thanks all guys for coming. Really, really appreciate it. I'll see you guys then tomorrow night for the debate. Tomorrow's going to be half an hour earlier though.
Debate? What are you debating tomorrow?
I'm debating what's his name. Let me see if I can get the name quickly.
What's his name?
Nice. Yeah, I heard he's quite good flat. So watch
I
yourself.
heard about him quite a lot of times in my life. I just
Craven Mordic. Yeah, I'm debating Craven Mordic on are the moon landings real? Were the moon landings real?
Of course. Got you.
So I will be stuck watching Bro Sanchez for probably 3 hours more if he goes as he usually if his video is as always, because I gotta wait for the call in to pop up.
Yeah.
So I can actually ask him.
Yeah, ask him sometime. Yeah, then we can try and figure out sometime.
What email? If I'm able to give him your email, let me just get it here now.
Yeah, it's just flatzoid@gmail.com.
Oh, that's flat
Zoid
set
OID
yeah.
@gmail.com. Cheers, Raichi.
Okay.
Thank you for coming. Yeah.
Yeah, then I can do that.
Awesome. Thanks very much. I appreciate it. Yeah, because I'm not sure if
You're
I
welcome.
had his correct email or not. Because
I think you said the right one last time.
I think so. Yeah, so guys, really appreciate it. I'll see you guys all then tomorrow night. Gonna be 8:30 now, so it's a half an hour earlier than usual, or 45 minutes, earlier than usual. So I'll probably start my stream around 8 o'clock then, so we have a little pre-show before the debate. And
Cool.
And what time do you have now?
It's me now, 12 o'clock now, 5 to 12.
Same here in Denmark. Same here in Denmark.
Oh wow.
5 to
Yeah,
11.
that's what I was. That's weird to me because you live over there. I live here in Scandinavia, you know, and we got the same time.
Yeah, that's weird because like Michael and then hour behind me.
Yeah, we're 5 to 11 right now.
Yeah, that's Britain, right? Or you know, UK. Yeah, UK is also 1 hour. You know, different from me.
That's it.
Okay.
So that's cool. So around 8 o'clock.
Do you guys in Denmark have daylight saving and that?
Yeah. It just.
You have it. Yeah. See, Flats doesn't. Flats doesn't. So it's a bit mad. Sometimes we're an hour behind them, and sometimes we're 2 hours behind them.
I will only be 1 hour away from him.
Yeah, always.
Yeah.
Nice.
Okay, cheers, guys. Enjoy your evening. Many blessings, and may the pressure be with you. Cheers.